Santia. Dwabrem. Yano mummy and you woman who I. Sakabima make a bisana tiampa. Amanyo samo, amanyo se. Efia fanenina. Roje. Obianya sunti. Dwabrem. Amanyo samo, amanyo samo. 26. Efia fanenina. And if I'm wondering. Obianya sunti. OTEC FM 102.
OTEC 102.9 FM, the pride of Ashanti.
I have bad news for you. Just today, the confirmation we are getting is that we have only 5 hours of fuel stock. If you look at heavy fuel oil and distillate fuel, we don't have up to 2 days. And so in 2 days' time, we are likely to run out of fuel. This administration has not ordered any fuel as we speak. And it takes on average 4 weeks for the fuel to arrive and 4 weeks for the fuel to be treated. And so we are in a very serious situation. At the transition, we brought this up. The outgoing administration assured us that they had procured some parcels of fuel. Today, right after President Mahama assumed office, and I served on the transition, my checks indicate that we do not have fuel that can cater for even 2 days. So clearly we have a major problem. And this is an incoming administration. Even if you order the fuel, like I'm telling you, it will take about 8 weeks. I have bad news for you.
I've taken this step of presenting performed a simple but brief, very important act of presenting my completed assets declaration forms to the Auditor General as required by Article 286 of the 1992 Constitution and the Public Office Holders Declaration of Assets and Disqualifications Act 1998, Act 550. Ghana's assets declaration regime and its related activities have often been shrouded in secrecy, and only unless in special circumstances compliance is often difficult to measure. In times past, I would privately have presented these forms to the Auditor General in fulfillment of my statutory obligation. I've taken this step of presenting these forms publicly as a way of injecting some openness and transparency into the process of assets declaration. I've always maintained that while it is all well and good to punish corruption, a more effective way of addressing the canker is preventing it from occurring in the first place. I honestly believe that if properly curated and enforced, the assets declaration process can become a sustainable tool for tackling corruption. Corruption by nature is insidious and thrives under the cover of darkness. The more light that is shown on it, the more likely that it will be fought successfully. I've also taken this step to send an unmistakable signal to all public office holders.
2.9 Sabre afina uti mukasa fidina to ha bomodi agina obi so kaje so chimfanto 102.9 na Dwabrem juma de brena so se yetumi de oman mu sam ebrewo sam ye kunche ni bebre na sanse ye kunche ni bebre ni nti amaka se fidia hodro wonu wa manone ekura juma de ni life enti Bila Radio Spain na GN Radio so London na Patmark Radio, Bar Radio, Mansan Radio, Brain Radio ni Sahara Radio. Wonum nyina abwa dem e wo UK abrochimemu. Na Case Radio ni wonum television so Paris France abrochimemu. Dachima Radio Denmark. Rakus FM ewo Belgium, Sky from Columbus, Ohio, US Abruchimemo. Na baby kasa fidie koduru no. Information centers ahodo twa ye ho ahia nyina nso kura dwumade nim live. Enti asepa information center ewo amekom dwam na Sompa Community Radio atwema tachiman. Yankodo information center won carrier Jesus is coming woman so. Dwabrem ewo www.otecfmghana.com so www.otecfmghana.com so asemu fast and semu mukroje jebre ne Dwabrem na channel so say ho adan so betumi tie yen live e wo tune in app no so but on your social media handles no Facebook and say YouTube no so ahoy OTEC 1029 FM OTEC 1029 FM e Facebook am pa chao mamodia follow yen na aye YouTube so subscribe ya bi be sin konwa no on sabeka notification no 10 and I Juada for WhatsApp voice note share 0505 225578 and some I de brown edoso papa and net abai apa hontoma and national economic dialogue no abai apa hontoma and na yebisa Hajj village ama for say Hajj village way there be share Jack Jai ebeti akwa say ba ku bi na yetu amena donko no the whole West Africa the biggest manhole super millions of dollars na yesati Hajj village David ya dwim tie mami ko boy biatonde hu da wurum me ba na na kokoto ba be kame ho ami adwo tando ba be kame ho na ya bogura ensem no emu na over the weekend Health Minister Dwabrem ewa santimantem ha ayon munyamfo minta kando Dwabrem ewa asantimantem ha ebe share other health facilities no projects ahodoa ekoso. In the meantime so no President of the Republic of Ghana John Dramani Mahama asha ye bosse afin kwa ye die na aferi hospital no ye juma din Agenda 111 also in the focus. But I am here beside you say omom feedy president ana say amam penyimfo aya no mosom yen no omo aya mu feedy informations no. How do they feed the presidents with various figures? The other time President of the Republic of Ghana John Dramani Mahama kachire and say aka 1.7 billion na agenda 111 yetumi awie. Within that space, and Yehu say former advisor on health to the former president, Dr. Nsia Sarika said Debbie, 1.4 according to the transition document, $1.4 billion. All right, okay, no soon kodan chain. And during the economic national economic dialogue, no finance minister to force in Koti 1.5 billion. So which is which? Maybe this year. Now yet you didn't come on.
OTEC 102.9 FM, the pride of Ashanti.
Mami money ejuma udanya ye fe
mira me da se na esomo ye no na aka o
ano de anyine ho mame aha dan a ya boso fefefe nyina eye donima sea complex ahunu se etoda enua ye de boya dan so no eta hunu anase mpo emuta kokko a eba saa na dan ne nyunu enti odi DSL alloying steel trusses enade a ye de go dan so aba eda bia utumi di go so efo ena enwe na aten enti se odi DSL alloying steel trusses yi ego dan so wia na odi donima NMK premium roofing sheets and chancing aboso aka ho oh na chese adwuma na NMK premium roofing sheets and chancing donima dia bay ye ma hodo ye wo NMK lawn span alloying and the governance IBR and NMK nails emu pia so se woni sika donima e ma otua ne kakran wenum ye latest producer donima dia ba abeka dada ne ho
enti me nkɔ he
kwasafo YF Johnson obenjiare anafre 0244126625 and 0540101555 donima steel complex babia ade power efuo no
Apomode mapade eno ane hepa plus mixture. Apomode mapade eno ane hepa plus mixture.
Hey, unia, Pavi, and the Plaxmox mixture no. Malaria dronana. Ani, say an answer. Ubeje the same wife, you know, you tested positive. Ya no be no. Says a malaria morning yina. I'm yina negative. Adia ho. One ma waye Hepa Plus mixer no. And what do you swaba? Cynthia. I was our immune system. A strong debia. Antipavi.
A support to immune system no.
Na Plasmox no so to malaria no go. Malaria symptoms. At say etipaye. Afia one more tour and one numsa. Achakura 4 days. Na Pavi and the Plasmox mixer. One no to malaria and asakura. And yes, I be a doctor. For 0542 778572 and 0542 807907. My dear Grady Pa Pavi Plasmox and Hepa Plus Nina. A pin for about or more manufo and Quada when you feel to me come. Our pharmacist and her bar shop.
FDA aje Jordan crack to yatum. Order 4. Uchuchu will see a moja few no more na unumunsia yuna will see a kikimi and a summison. Aya na near maybe she shall symptom. Fifi horse be bishisha ho. Ayana and can't if you were no more back. Two caso be one or two trinity connectiana. Will send be a boo, and now a two. Ya pesa will see, na pesa will see gold, silver, and I'm po pesa the braces, a goose as one. And I said, would the any of us here? I'll pay ye if you were the mount. By Grace Dental Services, and what the mount. 84 no more bra. By Grace Dental Services. By Grace, it will come as a bremai. DVL in Chain Pair or Circle area wa BBN Yamienkasa 0244 97 68 05 0244 97 68 05 Yadamasi.
Apomode mapade eno ane Hepa Plus mixture.
Pavi Plasmox. Hepa Plus mixture to malaria and asekura.
Sweet darling.
My beautiful baby.
Hepa Plus mixture ye busie ya no mama hoden aba. Busumi pini menti ase me do.
Tie Hepa Plus mixture enya adwuma ebe ye woni padua no mu no. Afie kura na ebe ye onwanwa mo. Aduro ye ma general well being. Abusua pomodin ho hia me yie esne bibia. Enti me manom pafie ha.
She wo ye Hepa Plus husband.
You the one Hepa Plus husband, and you also we Hepa Plus wife. Na abano Hepa Plus mixer. My dear Grady Pa Pavi Plasmox and Hepa Plus Nina. A pin for about or more manufo. And Quada when you feel to me come. Our pharmacist and her bash at phone for 0542 778 572 and 0549 297 463. Hepa Plus mixer and Mapobudra Mapa.
FDIG a Jordan crack to yatum.
Miss Chania to Sahaba capsules.
Madame Sieni.
Hey, and to what in your pan and what's the sad to Sahaba? What is Sasa?
Mendia, wouldn't be. And net dear, for once, my Jewett at Dusahaba Messana, who come from Mamiano. Oh, my number Tiwadansi. Miampa Caneno, Namis, Namitrina to Cheme, Namiko Yadia so teach me. May no matter Dusahaba Messa, to go and the Maya free.
At the sun rate, yet tried you when you know watching. Yes, it's a young backward rockers. Miss say, a person crying to what baby. Sanya do say have a mixture and come a woo. No, what don't I cry, Miss Mabuapasu? Nine say, Ujina Brand.
A fire Dusahaba capsules, no, says a Mijina, who's a me a Bamamua.
A Jenny, a young crap. At the sun rate, or beer to me. I just a painful. A battery I want for down for anyone I want to fit to me. Kumasi, at a phone out of phone call to say about Santa in the clinic. I was swimming macro, go filling station down Nuemu, and a swim Pentecost I saw down. I feel and then I have a shopping from a CPM. 0500 110 115.
Adusa Heba, my dancing.
OTEC 102.9 FM, the pride of Ashanti.
Dwabrem. OTEC 102.9. Yakwaya yasan babusia fo. Yakwaba.
Ya me afo papa.
Oh, me so ma fe mo pa. Na dem yan se mudi weekend na mon kai me.
Na weekend no adwa na edie. Ya me ti OTEC ya.
Na mo ye no na ya na.
Me ti OTEC ya. Busia weekend ya ya me ti ya.
Na so na ninga na wa na onko.
Adwa. Na senior man e senior woman. She, we want to know how to tell us you could bully Tiaman who must have
Nimpa. So you should love her, auntie. Na da ho. Mama weekend ni so fe Mama weekend ni so fe
na die
asemo
ya ile so na mayi ase ye hwefunu sa
o be ya se mo ana
o ko jollof no eno bi na ujafo ko e oba abatu no o ma pon yo o ma close pools no ayerbo
ure fiara
o ko e oba ne abane ya to awi
ade am ko yi
ade am ko yi
ye to aba
ye to aba no but
o na me wa ha na me yesa me koma yie panyine aden na ya mo yesa
o se ma ko yi aba Nana, yes, I'm 7 and 7 dozen.
And some of the Dr. Cash, Bibri,
a dozen, and the National Economic Dialogue, no so. He has said, no so about we.
And I NPP for a press conference, no. Hey, I'm going to Casacra. Almost a true state of the nation. So, nation address of my penny by and almost the true state, no, but
true state of the nation. And they said true state in the Omuja and no Mabakama. Now, Sabre state, baby. What is the state of the
penny back and young one to almost the Omuja, but then some of my brothers. And
I made sure say. Nyomo muja no eno ana wo so mo kan na ana mo foforo bi o ma be kan.
Omo je muja nya no mampani be kan no.
Exactly. And on point no.
Ana point no.
Omo ja no mampani kwa kra no maso aba be ya kan ho no kwa wan kan sa. So muja ma no be sa abosumi mi no ana abosumi ense. Kakra no be ye no. Oba ba chichi wan kire mu sa se na me ba ma be ye no. Ti the way one na ba na we say omo je chire pa opposition kwa ya honestly. I'm telling you, just one.
Oh, no,
social media. I just hear better say the that one watch say Bisano. In the chain a bear. Now, so we did not power opposition quite himself. Opposition quay. No crow, I draw. No, we are no crano. Oh, we are
it's the gas a breast conference. I think was it last week or so this week. Meet was social media.
Yeah, nothing's a real home. Say a common so dear. No more, you know.
For a more about. And 19 Kai. Uncle, we had other communicators, no cromoma. Kai, when I am no more Jumano. I didn't see I am Moma.
There are no Otiasi.
Because as some way.
And if you communicate,
I my Leonard colleague in Tiana, my Leonard friend, a fear drinking, maybe I'm in Pasameka.
Ayaka.
Cash, Adain.
Na onim, I don't know.
Yes, yeah, Ubayan, why because can you wear the bemount?
Matisse almost communication. Matisse. Obi kan atisem.
Is here free will?
Near metete say. Communication director on. Wa frɛ o mu aka kyerɛ o mu say. Say ba ko opposition. O mu ko opposition. Sikani ho. Inti say wa ba communication free wa kuma na ye den na ye.
Adusa.
De ye tete no atisem.
Hey!
Ayesi o kan o mu meeting ase.
Ene say o mu gu party o.
O say.
Ene say o mu gu party.
Ba ko opposition.
No. Tisikani go say Adusa. So we see a whole NPP communication that shan't go opposition.
They met
wow panel.
Said director na catcher o mu say. O mu ko opposition ti say sikani ho.
Ti wa peye.
Inti wa open ye. Na say e your friend. Voluntary. Ni chidi say.
Atuwa che juma. Kwasafu juma.
We dey kwasafu ne beche.
Na say Kristo so sha ase asoma for sa kwasafu juma no ya ma. Etimu ye.
Aka he on say e ya rehopa o.
But
all of a sudden.
Do you know what?
Communication is easy. Less just than 2 months.
You see, the issue is, I believe said there should be an exit plan.
Hey.
I say, almost no money na.
Naba.
Though I'm paying for no biso kakaso omu so mo dinto da. Be 3 months before I get to aba. But no more say nyoma besesa. Mate say leader can be say omu da say na ba umia we lose election. But no more him say nyoma be den e be dan. Na antumi annane. Nti e ba nsa no unhu say mo dinto be 3 months before no. What was the exit plan? There was no exit plan. And I kwa kra kohwesa ne Jennifer Queen lamente.
clear betrayal of the party.
Video so flare fly.
Oh yes. Jennifer Quinn is lamenting. Ono ankasan kra no a deputy communications director. Omo man car kra fa nya adwuma no. It was difficult. But na auction cars ba nana auction cars ne bawo. E ba na akosi kwabnani nsam na wa chen style a ope no. Oh yet ha ba yenim de akoso on kran. Auction cars ne ba ebesi omo nsam pepepe, but it looks as if auction cars no kra na enko the right quarters. Na mo ba na akosi obi nsam. Even the party itself auction cars no mu hia bi kra wo national office kra dia ya adwuma no mu nya
as I was separate party from governance
I am no se me pese me chire mu pi ka se me chire mu a
be mantem di
on va se say no on se say no omo ma on se say omo ma members no omo ma members na abotoyam ene gidie se omo tumi asore waka and we are giving them that support hanti na to de bia ya omo nsem bi ha yem pese ye bechirichi ye kase ye chire mu a
ka mo ho na obi mu amo
ebi ni ma bembe
ka ho de obi besida abo
ebi beda party ni kra ho frame ti onko biem ni omo bia e tan wa chire ye kase ye chire mu a party ni ko bi frame ti kro bi ko onko biem but many ji ho say o my adwin say o mo share man phone cran say
communicators no more
into communication director no I say today so nim say he can't live to that task onya adwuma nto no be beto so because enya election a appointment
we dey ba appointment
no betumi agent
was executives na sorry and am the admin show Mr. no entro kan ti mu hunu where are the executives and people executive are shouting
na we call election kran na nipa 6 kran chairman kran kasa into where are the executives
and apart no here say fan club will be titi classic fan club be
oh come say cash I say who to say who too much enya ja no be it's a reality we talk to you solve the problem
musa na sama na bibisa wana meka sa na ba na mudi woni wana die ya do ze mu ko jamu na ya pese ko jamu no ah
na je body defense na George abo midfield
na je bo ba ka no mo
je Perez
se oya na okikaw
no
asa na critical
omo no nya bi didi ya ba na
oh isi aso mo position na ya na je Perez
oh nyo no nko other oh SMS communication George Ponsa
ba na je ba make fie hade
fie
hasam na make
fie hade ya George na je and a Friday
new faces never
new faces
the people are near nim se no me communication no mo piao enye easy omo ma bia
na yen kwadna kwakoye
ebo defense na George abebo midfield kakra de amomo
yenya ho party mo na
coach gina akatua de obey explain
oh yes
and akatua no
yo abusia fo ansam na etwa gondi edoso emu akese pa na
ensam doso
ba ko bia mu me ma hye me nyina ne se enye wa sentimental ya na Ghana man pani his excellency na Adan Kwaku de ti se oba trade aba commission agenda 111 enye VAT die him wo ho na nya asem ketua
sokobi
o tama all commission agenda 111 no na ye wo sabro no o mu chemu mienu ti convoy ne bi ko trade na bi su ko sabro
ni na kwa na commission
ko ya na me mu sabro no
for commission
o mu ko agenda 111 ko commission no na waba man ye se ena dey osoafo no hwe eye apomni hu nsam so aba sentimentem ha no no mo hwe the various agenda 111 projects no nia no mo si o mawie no o mo commission ye no no mo do trade o mo kire mu a trade de no aya sabia na o mo kire so ma commission no o mo nwie no mo commission ye yeah according to minister chairman ne consultant ne din ko be hia $8 million ansana sabia ni pet ni akom
jai 8 million
oh
that millions dollars
they only
$100 million Ghana cedis
munya
oh minta kando na ka semi
only regional
minister mo akohini na gina
we asem o minister asem o ma true story no kra $8 million
munya dollars am kan bata
$8 million meaning what is this here contractor no ho mu wi adwuma no wow meaning adwuma no a o say hospital Adam catch say
so me ba so a day na kofa commission ne buy what
and then asema ya kan o so we can me catch say me call o say me na me bo apro me can say
irrespective say omu wie yemmo MPP aban na baso say wo yes our project no yes yemmo MPP aban na baso say wo yes project no project nyamesi en kan okre very good project
a good initiative
ai trade ni on
hospital
na fe ade ba ko nti ama me ho premier me peso ade we sha se ye adwuma ne se omanfo benya adwuma ayo job creation ni e ka no ebia ni empampa wura be ko nso hye wura be ko ho ni otutu aburo ho ni otutu ba yire be wa che wura be ko awuza kokko wura be ewo be wo ba o you understand nti ye hwa anim se but 8 million I want to Japan ne sapo seminar for be wo you understand tina make us so share for say hospital na ya on perform ton so share so what you say but hospital no bad
bad
but I give thumbs up to the MPP government for this particular project.
How will you commission a hospital facility equipment so say background na mai I say I don't know that means na say where in CCAK equipment any niemo some yo hono o here in an excess of 100 million Ghana cedis, which is $8 million equivalent, $8 million equivalent. Into a call for chrome so it was the same problem. Also we going
say ahankwa be here $8 million
according to the minister.
Yes, but not the contractor.
Oh, some minister I consultant in the brief minister and the minister brief in central for a minister no call two consultant not needing come so say consultant needing come on o say mpani for be commissioner de no de na so mo hwefidi aka eni nyuma hodo aka e ka kamu a also mutua mind you o may adwuma ne bi e ho kanye dey o muntia that's according to omo and so kaka ni na bo mu a ansa na ya sabia no be bia nipa be kom se meti pa minti doctor mo nhwe me no o be hia $8 million
okay
e what trade de no o then the first in kind of omo sha ase ye no so no be commission to go kase su dia se besine ba kokura ni ho no mawie ajana mama no nti no we say omampeni dada omampeni
400 million na project ni nyina mu no still ba kokura to me and operationalize
nti we say ene omampeni o cheso ahye no say on to all the agenda one side no hwe ha wo ho no mo no mu hu kwan ba fa so free so mo akoma pa say
but
you see no mo ndisi on be
in the sense that Nyoma be simple when there's a source of funding to the agenda 111.
Yes.
So to me declare source of funding to the agenda 111. I think so we make headway.
So on dedicated funding.
I think on dedicated funding.
And say
na adana me kan say me dru fie no MPP panyi bi frɛ me na me ka say aye no korɛ. Also we sure me say aye no korɛ. Opa brane entina prochi. Me prove what you say. Me catch them say because of project way and the drew baby ma SHS free SHS so far because there was no dedicated fund for this agenda 11 into free SHS can be and no yi o mo de beboa project no me man stands instances ni we have say any afi na yate ni o ma biase ensem ni bi wanye ni na na ka so what you say ade ba kwa yi na ehwe anim say hospital no be operationalize na ye adwuma na boati mamufo eno an yepe. I hope you understand.
Oh yes.
Because there's no source of funding for this project. And nothing at beginning on na kase omshas no. Say your infant hospital ba could be a cost be $20 million krampoa. With 100 million why this shares no. At least in kayanya be 5-6 ni say we dey ya tie ense frim. But there be that. You to aso nana.
And ye ka dedicated fund dey. Mama fa rent so dey primary so an penny for be kan. Now man penny his excellency John Draman mama sisu say so am in touching project no. Na sika bia na hom di mo adwuma any dedicated funding ti ano so afei no mu ba be pe sika on be wi adwuma no ti ano so wabo ho amane OTECfmghana.com so we bra ko shia
o say sika almost sika bia anywhere there so am project no
any dedicated funding
but so far sika na e ba ye no omo exhaust amanasa
eno de wan kirem but you can say o say project bi ye his excellency John Dramani Mahama Enra obeshia clergy no e wo KNUST no de betu dwa no say
okay
any dedicated funding ti ano so abo ho amani
na me kai say sika bi free Afrexim Bank buy which is almost
that's what we heard.
Yes,
at the point cross
Emma later Bank of Ghana catch yen say sika na ba be dru na mum on to me first sika no dollars na buy no emma contractors no into the obemo in a CD equivalent no mo dia ya adwuma. That is what Bank of Ghana asema Bank of Ghana be catch ye no and no ye gina so ye de e kan asem no I think it was $730 million a free African bank buy na sika na for swami interchange any all African Games stadia iti Bank of Ghana catch say sika na aba no e for sa project mienu we na mom on to fa sika no emma Ghana government no in dollars into odbemo in cedis said be obetumi the dollar no a push economy no that's what Bank of Ghana told us. So how come?
Okay, budget statement honorable say HMS Abokukin Kanya. This same project was in it. And we were told say omo a sika to for the project. So as a once a woman have will be about no be card your pen. No man penny say any dedicated funding. A fee na mo kwa pesika e dia be so am interchange you know.
Yantoso. Enti say no afi na mo ko pesika dia be so am interchange.
Yeah.
Baby aya na ma enchinyo ahye no ba ne enti so omo ye wi a ho na ye project no.
Omunyina bia de ne funding
omunyina
yantwa so ewo ahase ene ebo mamane se national economic dialogue no ebehase ewo enknan na ene ahase ema empemfo bebre no ekasa mampani John Dramani Mahama kasa de atudwa echiremu ese won de wanya kan se wabai na memuo no oni yenyina na yaba bebuo se de ene wo mo dialogue isa no yebeye no o ma no afre wenum yenyina atoato adwene yenye ni se mane nye yenye ni se mane nye yie saa na wo hye Ghana fo nyina da bose ye de beye adwuma ama bibiada akoyie o se afie we pa ya sa to abade ama no na administration we ya abai de consensus eno a na ye de beye adwuma no a kosi se na aban no ebeguo manako nti Ghana fo nyina bibi so oto nsa de fra no obi ade na dwenkyere aba na amemo ne nkyekere ye ne kankro no bibi biada atumi akoso entem ede amayen na panyin ba ko a national economic dialogue yi waka ho no wakasa ede atu edwa echiremu ese hwe ya some recommendation a free national economic dialogue ne ba no betumi influence your budget no budget
any
Kwame tobo dialogue asemi bi wa ha ato force so okodwumadi na finance minister okasai pa o se reset one na ban wo mo kan ye wo mo betumi a reset o mane mana ye ye kasa bi ese economy nenye so wo mo kasa reset wo be mana ye a gisi nyina ye discipline ye hu ni se ye we your mind ye we ya metutu niama se fa ye pe me kekeke niama mom ya nya discipline si ya pese ya se ye niama hwie gu ni ya hyehye a ene na o man no de wo se ye ni nya ne sa na ye jejeja ho te se de bibia amfa ye ho a ade na ebe de ebe che entu o se ye nya discipline na se de o mo hyehye niama no ye nyina ye nya ne sa na emfa ma wo man no eno eye ensim bi ura to force finance minister ne national economic dialogue na se wodi atu edwa ewo
na WAEC West Africa Examination Council twa ntia friend WAEC woni awfo afi o ma kira ka so pa 2024 so ha wona na senior high school train no court se wo kire mu a WAEC results ahodo ka mu nyina na se di wagie court asem no amodi aba ya enam so awfo bi ebusi pa na Dr. Kashma wenko konfa no che aban aya sabia
okay
na CEO ya hon Professor Dr. Ochre Ademensa and obo admefo abaso se ne kwasem ne board members admefo no aboa papa ama ya sabia no agedi mpa nti wada onu nyina se na kasepa ba ko e osante no otumfo se to abi no che se bra oba ye se de osante na boa ya sabia no se omo atiechire hunu bia komu sampo sante ne odwen Ghana ma no odwen asante man ho ntia no papa no aka ho asem ewa ha OTECfmghana.com wona kuruchire na Dr. Kadu Misenkrofo bi hyehyɛ pese CEO no aban pam no
ano kra na kama be kan asem se ekamen ko a
fly wo wi mpa
ekamen ko a do na ofri amanyoko fufuro ekamen ko commenting no go
because adwuma papa no aye no ase on say on yeah ohwe previous conference any
pa party flag
entonche nye hwedma papa no ye
yɛmfa party flag nto nkyɛn ɛka me nkwa nka ban ma ne to adwuma so
was surely just who in san adwuma sɛ professor ɔkyerɛ ademesan in san adwuma ni and it's so visible
ɔkɔsɔ mu no na ɛnyɛ
na sie nyina bi
and ade ba ko ama ne successful kra ne sɛ
na ɛnyɛ na ɔka so ane yɛ betata o ɔka so ane yɛ ka sɛ ne obɛhyia me wɔ court ɛnsɛ hunu sɛ
ya
unia
ɛyɛ
ayi ba ko ama
o ya na ɛyɛ na obɛhyia me wɔ court ɛnsɛ hunu sɛ ya na nso na nneɔma nso nkɔ you understand ɔka yɛsi hyia me wɔ court na nneɔma nso nkɔ yɛ nsɛ hunu sɛ ya papa ne ba na adeɛ ne nyɛ
change narrative no
what you say at least wasom wayɛ adeɛ ɛka me nkwa nkwa ma no ntoa so
adwan deɛ wayɛ bi pa ɛno sɛ wokɔ kɔmfa no kyi a so osi ahwe workers in line can complaints ane ba ɔba ɔno anam ward ne adeɛ o wɔnam ward no wɔhwɛ sɛ department we one head of department one aba ward we one head waba adwuma no ɔno anam hɔ and sample obekwa kwatra office aye nneema bi asensan krata into asesa narrative no em say on say hwe jedi mo ni oba adwuma wo ya ne me na no pay me bo na ba so say bibia points the fact say ni second tell person oboa Ghana man and some person oboa Ghana man dru ba bi a enya political colors na hwe hwe competency and so obi obetumi adwuma na kama man na so political colors ho house na no aba yi bia and bibi says no na me ka say quick of financial project so no hin na eyo te prako hin be te so wapam no a enya adwuma sa and yesre papa ne adwuma pa omonta no chi no nya adwuma pa enti ono so abon staff na ba so say board members no bi a omo boa ma konfonochi agd pa na otecfmghana.com atro e dia ba
na Dr. Johnson Asiama Dr. Cash Bank of Ghana governor for Frawaba papa ya kasa o say good for oil program no ya suspended wɔkyerɛ sɛ losses ahodoɔ bi financial losses bi a wɔwɔ mu ne nneɛma bi a ɛwɔ mu no nanu yɛ ɔba yɛ ya as governor wɔtena akyire ɛhwehwɛ good for oil wɔm san ka bɛbɔ agya fangu ya ne ho ɛboɔboɔ nka bɛbɔ nanso ɔhwɛ nneɛma bi a ne nanenam aseɛ no a sɛ wɔhwɛ sɛ ntoa so as governor de a ɛmmoa enti animanim yɛ ne nkrata no baabi abɛfa bi a governor Siama nasɛm na ɛwɔ soɔ sɛ sisi ade good for oil program no panyini sɛ yɛn suspend immediate
mighty minority one press conference in the true state of the nation address no
omakasa
nsɛmpi na no kae na baako a ɔmo bɔ so ɔmo se Ghana man panigina simpie so kyerɛ sɛ ɔmba yɛ ɔmo di sika no nyinaa ɔmo anya bi amankyirima ana senken fa ɔmo sado ɔmo sako bo ɔmo so ɔsɛ ɔmo asama ɔmo panin kan no krenim ɔmo kyerema ba fa ɔmo gyae ɛyɛ 5 billion Ghana cedis ne akyire sika ɔmo de to akyire kra da akyire Ghana hia ɔdo nsa akobum ti saa ba fa no wɔ hɔ ansa senken fa no wɔ hɔ no ma nnɛ ɔmo panin kɔ kan no ho asɛm a radio wanka ho asɛm tie no ɔmo ɔmo panin yɛ adwene a ɛnyɛ yie ana mo sa ba amane sɛ ɔmo gye economy no de ama NDC no ne gyina na so pa economy no komirika shebut ya no communicate o mampani be kase economy no na awie a eno so omo no nya adwen na ba ko o mo kan ho asem
normal because so abam na sika wo ho a economy no okay ma but o tietche na wo form ho dia se de ehu no nko ena mpanyifo e wa ban mu nso a mo TV etimo mo koba no omo different definition for the economy altogether.
So ba no so bia ne lens session.
Ti de omo kan de amni omo ni achinya kra.
Na ba ko a
ti no mo som no TV etim ti no mo nim se the economy e koma wo mo.
Energy sector ho me de ho no wie nsam na omo kan de doso. Omo se omo ba na energy sector e ka no edda $2.5 billion. Omo kono omo ja $2.4 billion. Omo ya de chen NDC for. Ena bio omu kyerema 7 years ana se NDC ja omu $2.5 billion. Omo no buy no ma be ya me swat akra omu ja $2.4 billion. Energy sector ka according to omu. Omu saba amani bio say omu use $6.2 billion. Energy sector na de ye adwuma wo mu in the 8 years omu be adwuma na kan ya na gina na so. Ene omu mpani ba ye nche bia prokumagu nhira nipo no mu tekuma kodu na be so beribra. Kitu abi na dum so asha ase o mo so hu se na se komo ya generator super to eno no mo kire mo mpani se onfa low shedding timetable mra hey asem we
no mo ni maria friend timetable
ene ka ni se busa wo mo o mo so onfa dum so timetable mra na o hese nkania na be gina no enye sa o mo ntia
enye me na o se mo mo answer
na sa ne tiefo na de answer
tiefo na de answer
bo me bi atwa tiefo ko busa dum so timetable
on my answer
answer
tiefo be sa mo
answer ai eti esa o kan je do so mu bi na eja ya pone e gu hono
ani aka he ansani e be kono ye nase ansani yakọ abusia ye di achi Facebook TikTok Instagram ne so YouTube ana X ne so ye OTEC 102.9 FM ya me enton kan ya tena see voice note ahodo ni nyina da fafa 0505225578 0505225578 afina na akrobia santesa men kan chosa asem ne tedi tie biada anu ya ne de be kan santi abusua wade ensase eja pade bi na ye ode akwabana ne peso fa kwan bi aso no bukom fa ne bra mbesiesie asem no di ya tuye de bia meka se nye ni nyina ne be fidie so a wotie bi wo ha ye kan no fitiem na se ye twa so ahomani nie 0536222554 0536222554 ka he
madam ase why nyamishira mo pa
Listened to the apology, and here it was repeated by the minority leader for and on behalf of
the dialogue no na yahwe the conception of the Hajj village yebedi nkomo alongside the State of the Nation address and also yebedi hu nkomo but say Professor Smart Sapon Senior Research Fellow IRID KSTU Obete Nenka Ewaha Oninia Bema Dr. Abraham Jenfi Lecturer au Apia Minka University Obeti Onumienu Enka Ewaha na me ka se ene sade awiane gyirem kyire no awiane na se sade e bone de obi kan asa se sade awiane bone o se aban ye ho bibi awiane no odin papa obi na kan o se sade awiane no odin na aban ye ho hwede e be ha adwen pa awiane gyirem na awiane ma ne hum no so sei na entokoso ho odin ne ba fom a abusuan hwe nkyɛn hwe akyiri wate ase bomodian ne pe rush energy drink unya rush energy drink ni bia ebebo papa ahoden na akofam ni nyina unya rush energy drink ni bia bibia be kama edi amount why nnuane nduro bi te se vitamins ewom na caffeine enso wom ginseng ewom taurine ewom kama yeah revitalize body no enti enkofo ohaw bia na nsusu so boni bi emfa mre ni padua no enti unya rush energy drink obenye unya rush energy drink ni bia ebebo ni padua no baby bia yeton provisions bia no obenye bi na okudi wani chire supermarket mu outlet no traffic mu kra obenya rush energy drink ni bi ato anom Ayatulum Industrial Limited one product ni bi 2 pebebre 2 ana I opese 2 ni do mu a fra 0322190877 0322190877 your pie rush energy drink will say stay active and energized na weekend ni ekosen ya sense na otwifu from enti kaise obema ni padua no enya ahoden bomode ne boost immune system no u boost immune system na yade bia entumi twi emfa ni padua no eso ha enti u boost immune system no a na je se why en sa afasuo no yade bia entumi mbonwuram emeteteo ene ni padua no o jeja ho ema yade bowura ni padua no mu a de obedi kura no etoda na ho akwa ye dene edi amawo enu nti na ye anade bia misi nkonwa sei no a me kan fo fie something edema won eye hepa plus pavi ene plasmos no eye kama papa eboani padua ntunya bi na no ma ebe boa wankasa oba ekosku a tobi ma no fanko wankasa so kwa adwuma onya topa ni bia ehe oba guma kura ni ona wokro no odi wani che drugstore anasa pharmacy shop bia mu a obenya fie something ni bi ato eye hepa plus pavi ene plasmos no babia ebi ewo ho na etufon fresh 0542 778572 0542778572 and at 0542 807 907 0542 807 907 and at 0591 367 898 0591 367 898 Donima Steel Complex Limited and I make for my one ebana dan senior papa Donima ho and a nina a war and can chance here the board dance so a bit is a tropical long span roofing sheet and also your ties bit is strips IBR step tile and also Calabia Pibiano Benya tropical aluzinc and a governor standard size sheet the air castle and the air castle roller shutter gate system. This is if you shops, warehouse, any other purposes no. Nina if you donima ho papa no, donima ho and a free. And na do papa carpenter for the jumama wonuma kuma tomu yemno. Tropical nails no. And you don't friend the carpenter's choice. If you kumem kona kesim no, nina be a ho binding wire, any iron rods in nano, ubenyebu donima steel Complex Limited. No share Boss Super Products Limited. I shall say Donima your sister company no. Yen ya Boss Super toilet tissues. And also you extra soft and extra strong. Equally, a very hygienic. Inti emane person super. Wabro maninda no. Na san say etumi no nom kama pa me kan no me hurry up o matiase. Ya ne man so afo full afo. Se utu no atua ana utua no atu ni nyina kwa ho atutumika. Ya head office was F5 Junction. Ya Bengana Revenue Authority. And I do tamaliswa can vili ya banking David Junction no and cranso cantaman to your GCB bank tachiman when chikwan so cantain na ne ya domba chifi and still yo ho Fredonima I was 0244 126625 0244 126625 and at 0540 101555 0540 101555 Donima dini ya boa ya beka se home of tropical product Ayiko Herbal Center abomodia di Ayiko Herbal Bread aba Ayiko Herbal Bread ayaresa pan no bomodia tobi why no tobia ebeboa me kanfo pan no yam afise wodi koko ne yeye cinnamon ewon bi garlic wom afia tadwe na prekese ewo pan no nti obi ayefrum kro how ewo so a udi pan wi a ho so won na wo kro no na obi so akotom pa so se wo kod ennamu a obre papa ye na nnamu ya diama o etumi ya diama wa na afidi akọ wi an se ofa phone na afiti phone no kakra ana siche yade ya wo so ana mojamro so na tete wo ana oni mobi adwodwo aka no na so obi e ka samse na ne wura fi ente hyewa enso e ha pa te se bre yom si ye beba wura mu si no ente hyewa ya na ha adwene ana obi o ta gbo pa onya Ayiko Herbal Bread bia ya yare sapano no ebeboa wo na opa onuma kire akwan ana opa dudu atu a fo ne kire bua kwasa pase ana besiase kwan so obowuram bua kwasa pase a besiase kwan so obetua from 0541 173658 0541 173658 na odi wani che OTEC FM haswa ubawura mu no ha container na ewo nsani faso no sister Porsche ho so ubenye bi ato na odi wani che kejetia eye bu akwa station ho so a ho na sister Suzy enso abodem wo ana obetua fresh sister Suzy wo 0246 041423 0246 041423 Ayiko Herbal Bread ayarsa pano di na nya wayarsa na beboa papa International Summit kan kira se eka bia obi de obi a on pese obetua bomodi afa koda International na onyina mbra kwan so na wontumi anyi sika no emfa mawo say insurance ho ka ana on pese in fact e on say insurance u sika bi mawo sabre ye mene o kase edi be boso miensa kon na emunie afo ko insurance for the go come tomorrow you have to go to head office is hunu say ya hanto de nyina koda International omhwe no ma ebi nyina adiama ana so obi agi usika so do tukwan besi na kwanto no nothing ana se uto asase obi ho ukwa obi tu foundation enchem ho aso obi so ye plastering wasase ba ko now akodi nipa mienu nsam eka bia obi di ubi a wotwe na entwe no fa koda International na wonum ennan ka no emfa mawo ana se woni obi aka musika bom se mu di bia adwuma mo bia adwuma na obo ade adumti adwuma na ekoso kama emfa so ahase eba ene efam sika mamie ene next week sa se ofra kura wonfa ana se yebusuaman so alternative dispute resolution ewo ho emawo eno tina International se how bia no fa bedan wonum na wonum hwe eni how no achi emfa mawo se ye ka omedi akire omegina mmra so na omagika no adiama obowure mu kuma se ha amedi around about omoba asafo VIP bus terminal no maame sawa plaza first floor eho ena wonum ewo and I bet you from 0544 141688 0544 141688 and 0266717101 0266717101 The Marvels event and I make come for my word The Marvels event bomodin na fa eye ujumedie no ekoshe wonum sa say wedding and I say ye a birthday The Marvels event ewo almost sign event planners almost sign coordinators in fact o many na e dia ma Fakoda event Fakoda Dimavos na wanya emfama omo anomanji station Fred Dimavos event was 0245 628485 0245 628485 and 0539926464 0539926464 na what to me any Dimavos event di enkomo na bibianso aye kama pa di amount Olus Kitchen and I make come for my one Olus Kitchen no Olus Kitchen I say open plain rice jollof rice bankuni tilapia catfish and no those are nina Olus ho Tibamodi nefa ni nyina kodan Olus Kitchen na ohwe no nya bibiama Olus no o international pa say ye bedin to ayai fro engagement ana say a birthday party ye mo paduan ni bebrebe mu ana say mo pani kakra bi ni nyina Olus Kitchen ewo enso ano edema na ohyebra obedi so pepepepepepepe o waso ase heya obanzi aso dan no Olus no Frolus was 0244 701675 0244 701675 and 0595 999227 0595 999227 Ujima Travel and Consort and I make come for my one eba na wakwantu nsema fani nyina akodan Ujima Travel and Consort na omohwe ni nyina emfama esa onum no kredi enti na Ghana Tourism ebo onum abaso na waye wonum best travel agency of the year 2024 ewa santimantem ha ope 5 years multiple visitor visa edi ku USA omehwe na omadi hudwuma edi amawo work permit visa omadi hudwuma edi amawo ope work permit visa edi ku Poland, Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria na afi Croatia ni nyina no Ujima Travel and Consort wo ho ope visit visa dia ku UK, USA, Canada and Australia Ujima Travel and Consort be ni nyina edi amawo ope eye UK skilled worker visa ope eye Schengen visa edi akọ Germany, Netherlands, France and Spain Ujima Travel and Consort be yama na ne mo ni nyina nso so hyase every birth set any passport so ni nyina no Ujima Travel and Consort open regular and also express application a omehwe no ma ni nyina edi amount hotel reservation omehwe edi hu dwuma ma travel itinerary flight reservation visa supporting document eno na ya ne hia kese for Ujima Travel and Consort was 0553 944608 0553 944608 and 0547 740774 0547 740774 and 0546 164636 0246 164636 ubetumi afre a taxi a WhatsApp a Telegram open no machi akwan obo room kuma senso a no interest so omo bugis dan wachi aka kakra no redu so for line no Ujima Travel and Consort e wo ho afi wudi wani kire oboase ana oboase ene ne fafrem ho a bomade afo ani kire Yak Towers last floor omo ho ya onum ne Canadian Bank no edi animhwe no on sabe kan Ujima Travel and Consort e wo ho doc
eja
memo akwaba
ejo so
na mpom to say
nyame adom
meji di say weekend bibia koyie
nyame adom ti ase ya
ya do body ase school mun so boko very good state of the nation address minim say e free sa bre no a omampanyi ene enya enkomo no bi koye live from parliament esanso koye televised address whichever way minim say we die chire kakra so far uhun say
look many akash my fa kwanya so na minchia your cherished audience and your viewers say they be bia no I take time to appreciate them say omanyamre the options are there but so many kwan say mutie OTEC ya da omase we promise we will always give them their best.
That's right.
So they should continue watching OTEC and listening to OTEC. Sona, I think it's Mahama the first Sona, Oba and the second term, the second coming. A lot of issues now all highlighted here. But according to me, I will seize this opportunity to Namaka Huasem. Eye Nkrofua Omodi Esika. Allege Mamin Kanisa. And until the president says, say, especially National Service Authority. Yeah. Sir, bloated role now omo ye audit omo ye chere say nkrofo na aburo so bebre no ya te say maame no those involved omo adwan maame nye those ya te say omo ye involved ne bi adwane. So the president declared it, wherever they are, they should declare them just as ye oforiata and pepepe. Yenya ne sa na nkrofo no mmra na yenyu sika. For me, obi bia be na adwene say obetu corruption ase. Ehọ na me affiliation wo.
Oh, okay.
Ehọ na me affiliation because even though it seems to be perceived, but a reality. And no say president etu ho na mo say those who are yesusu say ọmakọso ọmano ha mana so medi ọmano bọ ne kwan bi aso no ye hwehwe ọmona baby ọmo bia no mra ne yenyi esika. I think it's a good thing. And until ye the president has it. But my prayer ne say enkoye as usual ya kan bon say asafoforo baboma ya Ghana da asafoforo da bi asafoforo si asafoforo ma ya wo de na ewo so foforo ba ne jawo de na to until we pray say enkoye lip service as usual na ebeye a conscious effort just to fight corruption. Another thing I can who sama mepe na I wish to say to me at na ho military training.
Okay.
For as part of the national service. There are so many countries in Africa more mandatory military service. It's known say military for a discipline. Into one institution bia na obekomo bia no, even if it is their basic school, even if it is their hospital, whatever institution affiliated to military, no, you see a level of discipline. Into say to me, I know so when you go to Egypt, they have a mandatory military service. In Senegal they have it, Niger they have it. A lot of about 10 African countries are they are into military training for the public. And until say to me in a way able to me install discipline in our youth who are coming out from the universities. What had the Koso Nansen our secondary schools? I tell so say we are missing a point. And it's very, very important say as part of it, say you some military training they can not necessarily say wayward, but at least it will instill discipline, sense of consciousness in our life.
Obiabe
steady, at least. Because military training now, menam kromukra na me to me the aboa or mine. I think said those things. Any free SHS president can say untrem no be any better no. I think say bomb pie say it will be better. In fact, we all attest to the point to say there are issues in the free SHS. If you want to be fair and honest, now and being partisan, we also say there are issues with it. It's very good. Me sure say the
free SHS they be because it's one of the best policies a country like Ghana yibenya. But free SHS nebre because of politics. Politics na ye free SHS no enye national ideology biana eye free SHS eye politics and air drive free SHS and unti ama free SHS no or brangas.
And because of that unyaka ho asem bia and those who try to at least give out a voice on the free SHS were tagged to be belonging to a particular political party, which would have been the case. And unti it's very good to say yatanas na year review na strengthen on ya ye because there are countries and it has existed some in part of Ghana. Some people enjoyed it, and see na etumia benefit to be for me. It is the best. And until President so they should make it better for us. Then on the issue of the fact is about $4 million have gone into Agenda 111.
400 million.
US dollars. And Ghana
US dollars. 400 million US dollars.
400 million US dollars.
But Bakokra
is not operational. That is the saddest thing ever your governance and your politics. It's not the first time I have to say some amount of money has gone into a project. I'm a emphasis to DB amount of mine. We can talk of the usual National Cathedral. Amount that went into it at BBM Kosi. We can talk of Sagreme. Sika Kwashemu with the hope we say, you bet to me doing pempen so be. They came back to tell us, Sika Kwashemu no, say ye pese ye to aso kra na one we be here more than what has gone into it. You know ewo ho. A number of e-blocks you say we were promised about 200. Every year say no sika ye ma for 200 no.
Aban dada no.
Dada no. Omo ka so be man 200. Eye no 50 ina ye nsa kan with say sika no. Enu nti tasu say aban beko aban beba. Wo mu nyina no they are faulted when it comes to say this sika kwashe project bi mu. Nemko wi so nothing comes out of it. It's very sad. Sanya Mahama so be fight corruption, you know. I'm very sure say definitely they will look into this agenda 111.
Osha yen oman to say Ghana. Yeah, ye prese ye be koyanim. Ene kwan ye faso a ye de kun katase hye ne proye. Nyansa krono. Ojidi se kwan ye faso a ye de kun etia katase hye ne proye no. Ne kwan so ano.
Devil.
Then aka.
The issue, the willingness anyhow. Those who seek to fighting corruption.
Obidi boni bia ni aka say say alleged because untumi kan je ni pesa ampa wawia.
You are not great on to approve it to be.
When imra honso no na nipa no so sika no so akodi no honso ampa. Nanso ni ade mrasem allege. Sa boy ni be haye sa when imra so na nipa na fa no wadi.
From Auditor General report, Ghana sika yenya no, I think about 15% or so goes into leakages. Sika about mine, 15% you can't account for them almost every year. Instead, can I call 15% of sika be about and that has been our key. Sika alone na yakwajini nyinano. At the end of the day, we share out report. When I just say sika yakobo say yakobo no, enya se no sa amount na kudin crop bottom. And that is how sick this issue is. And until say we will be ready to fight corruption, you have to bosia aye production aye when you have to baby because if you look at sika question 4 million US dollars here question me see the man you can say fire sa project na and ka obeya maybe aka. I don't understand why. Yes, we know say procurement issues so home an individual sika or the project or mine no e that same project they use about 10 times the money. So what is can fine for? I don't know I say people with good heart ombenya or mine no dono they are not there. Yenyi baby we hwe kwame nkoma any time the kind of leaders are normal o ma share down cool school papa bia so to say.
Yeah.
But they were so committed, so selfless, say they were able to move the country forward.
Satan masters in theology.
This year, you how uncle school. This year, uncle school. Brofo crown to Minka. But they were on the job. They were so selfless. And it's all about self-centeredness. Into Nipano occupy position now. Now I shall say planning 50 years ahead. Meaning what happens to my children. Until they are able to save money that will last them for over 50 years. And where would the money come from? A Juma away near Katuya, yet the man wouldn't have been able to sustain, send your open. But if they're able to save money and do all these things, it also say, Obi, and when ODD, Obi, or mine. And it is unfortunate said that happened with Agenda 111. Good initiative. And when they intend going into infrastructure, they create an opportunity for them to spend. And it tells you can see say you see I do any no it could be infrastructure. A lot of them, some of them, road. Next can for baby, you could see then next can for baby, you with next can for baby, which is quite unfortunate. Or mind to say Ghana Jesus here, next can ekodi yambotum. We pay in GDP any per capita income. Was so but thinking who baby and yes Ghana your middle income because your per capita income no was suru baby but the money is not in the individual's pocket nkrofo ka clear bi bottom na sika ni nyina ewo into what ya bonte na wo hwe GDP na hwe per capita income you may assume say Ghanaians are living okay but that's not the case
na we na make say and MPP say mass true state of the nation address all because almost state almost economy no man panyin no enye no ho komo no man panyin e bedi ye no then I'm saying say when you are in power and now o aban mu a wo TV etim na wo koba sika na ba wo fa sika twa ho ahia economy ni okay ma
that's up
inti asiofo no ka say amemo no nko yie
you won't see it.
Sika ho yɛden wontenka
You won't see it.
Wontenka.
And so that is what is happening. Yeah, per capita income ɛwɔ soro. Ankasa wohwɛ per capita income na nkɛ sɛ Ghana ne biara no. Sika ɔman ne wɔ sɛ yɛkyɛ ama obiara pɛpɛɛpɛ anka at least ɛnso obiara ho. But sika na kɔdi nkurɔfoɔ kakra bɔtɔm. Nti the gap is so huge. Ɛno na yɛ fight. And where did they get the money from? Yɛdeɛ kakra na they are milking us to make themselves rich. Then their children will come and tell us that their parents lived a good life. But it's rather unfortunate on some of these issues are ever. I would take this president serious if he's able to take out.
Kind of yes, I'm not
sir, your man, your president. Oman this Abanwe. Until so bet me agye sika na man no amaye no I won't mean serious.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, serious. Because in some they say you can just I didn't
kotwa e faako said na making allege until it is proven. Na se obeka se until so obeji sika no ana akosi se obeji sika afa wonum a yesusu se oman ni sika kwakodi wonum na woni adanse bia obedagye.
What's the last time I can say fighting corruption?
What you say?
Yeah,
only adanse bia obedagye.
Man can say fighting corruption in Ghana no the sense say
and I just say involving traditional leaders.
We are training clever devils. We are training clever devils now. Okay. People are becoming clever devils. So when they steal, it's very difficult. But they are stealing. So they look at the potholes in our laws, then they operate within the potholes. Into what dream we susu say with this sika. I am per with this sika. But not in the common anymore, maybe and higher channel. And not in the allege, any concrete legal Arabian in Naso and finding Kojina Kotani in Sika. I pray, say, yeah, church of mine, nationality, any patriotism, you start from the scratch. Say, I not the Yokoyani, a law court issues, never very difficult. For me, I think it's a nationality and patriotism, the ancient in fear, manner, airbano. Quite a fast, so tea, Kwame Nkrumah breast of all, if you go back. Nay, fast, Aquana, so tea, or more bano. If you do her, or many sika, and and they will live within their means. And yes, I need their yet into tia idea. People will go every mile to make money.
Wow. All right. Okay. That's of State of the Nation address. But here, National Economic Dialogue. Kwaya, Omanpenyi, I na you say what the economy no ebe faso. And ne on pa huntuma Accra International Conference Center. Me hu se financial expert ekobi omo kire omo adwen ni ade but on a wide outcome ye hwe fasodi be free ma ba bebre no wo hu ne san as far as the dialogue is concerned.
Sectors of the economy no also you can still economy and ebeka.
Yeah.
Obeka youth, obeka sanitation, obeka employment, obeka agri, obeka ni nyina ko wie economy ya. Enunti the backbone of the economy is what they are doing today. Say you bet to me a recruiting crowd for because we have 6 pillars. This dialogue almost one. They are going to ensure microeconomic stability. Say inflation, this annual man, they are also going to ensure economic transformation. Say economy no ye pillars no in your my they are going to look at in your my they also look at infrastructure development. They also look at structural reforms, private sector growth, and also ensure governance and corruption. And in tells you the other mind or minor question say agri beko nanim say industry beko nanim aging what they are started today. And if you get it wrong with this, but so we Bob and Crawford so metro margin does not provide solution. It depends on your commitment to implement whatever suggestions that have come. This is not the first time I have sought for opinion, views on some of these governance issues. It could be saying, and sometimes it's about the political will to implement whatever they want to. And until Bob and Crawford on the can say, baby, I buy a tram near buy a tram Crawford about out. They didn't listen. My mom found Crawford inflation cost munya we omunti. So for me, it is not enough to just gather people to seek their opinion. Yes, it's good, say, but the eman be say you'll be ready to implement whatever suggestions they bring on the table. One yen is idea kaka can
okay. Wow. So industry players no so say no so beboa.
It's better. You are seeking expert opinion on issues. But the ninja will be a corner juma. A cow buying said your mokan, no, would it be a juma? And it's all ban and yasa commitment in Ancaso. Okay, I join Yaji the year juma. Henning baby. There are a lot of ideas on the shelves, sir. A lot of them. In publications, in research, a lot. What the back they will keep it on the shelves. I remember this free SHS by year and Crawford did a lot of research into free SHS, how better it could be. They did whatever they wanted to do. Until sometimes, and yet they are young to for near Becano, better. The more fees or more ya, ever more money or more vote, that's what they normally do. So it end up yielding no results.
But me say, Anope, me tie kakra, na or kasafa a reduction of a treasury bills, no. Ama Ghana etumi save be 1 billion Ghana cedis. How much na masumi me yi kakra. I'll say reduction of treasury bills save Ghana 1 billion Ghana cedis. In finance minister na kanzazam.
Wow. I think it's a good call. Say it's good. Say we have at least a nyasa infrastructure. So where's the money now? What are they using the money for? These are some of the questions. Fine, a saving of mine 1 billion into scanner hefa. How do we feel the impact of these economic measures? Sometimes what they tell us exists only in books. Yen timamufono, yen real economy is near failure.
And then make
it. So because GDP.
Oh, I buy more economy no different.
So because GDP across when this year inflation is better than last year by 78%. Book figures. Me mami otie class figures on fine juma. The only man says see at the near my atteso. And until all these things that
let's speak to reality. Near my so atteso dear. Ain't possible.
Stability is what you are talking about.
Okay, say maybe I ever say ene o man for her nim say dokono bo ene dokono fetch
Emma 1 cedi.
Entuma 1 cedi.
But at least baby
2 cedi no so entumi ma. Ene dokono fetch 10 cedi o. Ene 7 cedis.
Go 7.
10 7. Na to de bia omu yi 10 na omu yi 7 no a o tun so omu bodo kono kra omu confused because
7
difference bia ewom sa nti ya stability na betumi begina be 5 cd crown poa at least. But then we metie finance minister or metie no kakra but odru treasury bills issue no o chechire mu ye bibia wieye ehwa na me ba me ho so. And I'm saying no, this be the okeka bebrebe enawie it has to do with the budget we are waiting for.
Okay.
Minim sana mi unu but
so the money will go into the budget.
Exactly. Because you have allocations, disbursement ni adie bi aka because e was a fixed debt and so inti mimi who say ningina has to do with the budget na eba no.
Budget we only hope for
because to whom much is given.
The match is so quite. Inti no so when you say sika we inti na ka ningina be kwa kowie how it end up with the people in the country. Inti budget ni nyina no dia sika ye de ball ban no ho bra amatimamfo ho eden atom ye be ya kwan ye be ye nsuo ye be fa nkrofo adwuma as at now clearance for December recruitment is still waiting.
Oh, okay.
December recruitment omo ye ho ye nsem ni nyina no is still waiting because there was no financial clearance. So we expecting say it will appear in the coming budget. No nesika no na hoda da enti bia sa 1 billion you can be will go into maybe one more clearance and whatever. When it comes to issues of economics, sometimes and yeah, you see when they went for budgeting, bargaining on the this year salary increment, they were talking about 10% in other things. The point I was saying is say yeah ensure stability and can increment in salary and can hold in share here.
Okay.
You go elsewhere. Be 5 years. And your map no baby etino sanity. And until no say want to na katwe mu the purchasing power remains the same. now say
onto
nakatuyam
servant nakatuyam
purchasing power no eda so gina de etia the purchasing power remain the same esonte
okay
until the person is not worse off but say yantumi stabilize the economy no na inflation cost na beto akatuyam 50% kura na at the end of the ekosi baby
okay
so what will guarantee so ma yehunya ho beto no we are talking about stability so at the way inflation is cost no yen at least input up measures able to ama inflation no at least ebe kokora na ebe yesulu anase ebeche ya nya ne sa it doesn't matter what policy om dey still na your ho bechere yen because we gina ho etwa de ne yatum if a dollar most of us deal obi at the dollar here especially where we come from you know say what the sub budget way to make a publication of this amount of dollars obekoni say dollar na cost a bit told me when I was supposed to do some payment I delayed in doing the payment the amount remained the same but what I paid so what we are expecting economic stability say enoba na at least ento akatuyam kra na unim say you are not worse off so much and until with this economic forum no number one I think we have key point on number one to ensure economic stability for which I believe say if they are able to look into that na inflation and other things now cost through bebre ya ho enchire as before
necessary but we hear ni say on the 10th of March that's next week and a week that's a and what the budget ne beba now adia ba kwa Ghana for
was so rough
expectation was so only the expectation was so expectation was so because wa share boss obetwa betting tax mu COVID-19 and there be e-levy obetwam akaba ko bi so and emission levy also obetwitwa ni nyinam but adia ba kwa Ghana for hwe anim ni say nioma taxes ya also ba betwitwa mu no eden na ode be sha namu ana se kwan be na ofa so I raise revenue at the above mine and one idea yamu bebre ya twen se it meaning what expectations so far
expectation dey say na maka no so because trust Ghana for the ama NDC no in terms of vote no so what are they bringing on board then on more ba what kai last December you say the former finance minister budget I'm prepared that can know so many money the budget beba into a lot of issues say medical akaba say we are hoping say there will be clearance for Sanko for now your form adwuma in 2024 no because some of them are legitimate until you cannot revoke the appointment any day in clearance name where you make clearance available and you start paying them and no ho plus taxes will be here for at least salary of 10%. How are you financing all this plus other projects that will be say agenda 111 by beto so they are telling us 4 million akuma
400
million me who can $4 million US dollars
400 million US dollars
400 million US dollars
kind of soon
how are they going to continue this one from where because the Canada Quack nothing Bako Krompo is not operational. Into where are they getting money to continue? Because the promise I say every project be a binder that no when we know on by better so where are they getting the money? We know say almost say road tax how do you call it?
Road
tolls maybe you will see how much they're expecting.
But this time around in a mechanized
one and for we are hoping so. Say in such a way sikano enkofe baby so let's see how much we are getting from the road toll how much we are getting from other areas they are expecting against the money they are taking away in terms of taxes they are taking away. We are not hoping say on the far back door to introduce other taxes. Ghanaians are wise, so let's see what happens on
all right me enti adofo ne kakra na yentumi to aso
Mr. Katz, Dr. Cash, whether my fancher, Honorable Obama, na mentia Kukom, Dr. Cash. Bible say, Feba, so one for Joa, and Pene, MPP for you might be say, Umbaji NDC for an answer, President Mahama, all you number 10, only the ministers in Casa. Now, Omunia focus, Omunia Eduma, ɛbɛbɔ Ghana.
Good afternoon. Oseni me free kwam Dr. Cash. Ye catch ro mampani mahama say Hajj village na obi sino Ghana for yem pene. Sanso na Hajj fair na wate so na yem pene because Ghana for sika no dey yes anema no. Ye tie na do dan kwakufu ado kan say o si cathedral ma Ghana. NDC for mo sorry TI. Some pene. Ye so yem pene nem pene wo china. What person be dig Ghana for sika wo. Yem pene o. And so for now, mo na do kan see National Cathedral. Mam one na mo mo fi board no so nyina someone
ye oyibo boatini lord nebeyin amfasa akonya relationship MPP media patriots members na e dey na say economic dialogue and then e sha here national economic dialogue e dey empower bone say o me kanyo mabo me kanyo ma sie ni sika sem no aba ayeye na ordinary Ghanaian no ho ato no yem pese e ba wie yes no so ya avenue for chop e ba sa de e ba ha adwen pa.
Dr. Cash, I'm Kwame Lekuni. I have some train communications officer. Memo money adjuma. I'm chairman regional chairman and Akwasi. Ashanti regional minister Dr. Frank Amakohene. MPP phone ni two state of the nation address be at the Magana for. Amamo bone amube buye ema o mine tete pansam ye no. Mujadema ya papa John Dramani mama no. And the Ghana ni bia ni madeja. Ye nyina ya ni twia. Enti bifuflo bia no betuma ba be ka kire.
Dr. Cash, Pastor, my good afternoon. Eyawa wuni Alhaji Mafiu Obi Mpa Obi Pe. Maminchia face dauda incoming MC ewo Asokore Mampon. Kashi ya tuaba. Patuti me more live. MPP for t-shirt tuaba. T-shirts and tuaba. Omuche ye ma mi come MPP no. Minya bakwa kumbe 6. Na bisa say t-shirt tuaba. And tuaba no man in Koyo, but that's another baby super MPP. But uti asset mu there. Ye any money.
Guys, afternoon for Kwakuno. Guys, I fuck was say, MPP party no. Ye dey you be hunu. Me say me dey me dream. The man who say, you go pala chop papa no. Na go for the man papa no. Wa anu. Ni be do mo fu e di akire say ba omua. Ya pala chewa e party no. Ye ibu gani o. Ya tama na do go party no. Wa abasa magana. Anu
Dr. Cash Patrick Nyanza abunsu mo penem dina meka se ne majo so thank you mamcha MPP media patron rebi omo bi etia omo John Dramani mama ba ene body metem mako miensa 20 cedis baako 10 cedi akufu ado time no ya yitwam ye ne yenum 10 cedi omo so omo mpe baako 10 cedi no John baby a odi ekọ na nsan ye ni
Dr. Cash serious ni mo nche su mamu checha mare na kosi na me bra pay ni me bia Kofi and isi su mamu chia no doctor sa fi do mu adwuro mu OTEC for mu adwuro mu ye can be asema e bit nchen ya bakase people party na ye mpenasem but MPP aban we na atwem akono omoye omagana blankasa the Ghana pa a different country akabalista MPP for ministers tutu na now do need Dr. Bonaki achom ina gu
Dr. Cash, speak out name. Doctor, say no cresse NDC for buyer any nevu any nasa. Or matimia bo busian 67 billion. Na ye no nwa pa. Ye be sese o mo mfa munchire mumra. Na sese busian pino emwa man intimi ntumpon. Ye ntwe ye betuma ye o ye memu said ye be your mind betuma tumpon.
Good afternoon, Dr. Cash. Maintain the Mr. DY as I'm free. No question, NDC for Ghana for your new year home power, say I buy it tomorrow. Galam say, ya, Fempo Umbusu giddy. Ade, Omunya Mayeno, Omuso, Omba, Umbetiasi, Nanso Monsha de Echo, may catch the chief clearing agency, only be young.
Good afternoon. Down Queen Midway in Mamencha Modern Kwapia, Akokawa, na I Kanjera, John Dramani Mahama, and in NDC for a vessel of Momania, the Ashomonsa. Among Ressa Bosch of Mukain, Blaya Twaba Momono, Among won't be this Magana for one Tomo, the Ghana for a pan Bosha or Mukai, and Mamma, my excuse be a show. Said I'm convinced me, I'm more mine according to my pefra.
Dr. Cass, good afternoon. Pacho Jamal and Mikasafro Mate. Hey, Dr. Cass, Yabako Twaban, NDC MPs now mobile program, Kaisa Bakubi Kansa, and say any source of funding. The MPP for the Moboa, Mofam, Momra Pontina Metre, Obiama, MPP for the Mama Mebumayon. So I'm interchange any source of funding. Free education, Omode boy, any source of funding. Agenda 111, any source of funding. So just our project, me in some way, park a second, any source of funding. No more.
Dr. Cash, more afternoon. The friend is Santiago. President Mama, financial summit, your mom will call you. Mr. So more money in court, black market no. If you say, oh, more, a butcher from Moinano,
obiara no otua tax o nanso so omo ha na di tax ye currency mayen omo na me sika nyina kofom hwese Nigeria fo omo nyina bebeto dollars free hanom na ndi akọ ne ye cranium bebre ne kan Cote d'Ivoire fo ne Togo fo omo nyina cranium nanso so omo currency de gina fa akọ.
Good afternoon, Dr. Cash. Say the information kwa. Dr. Cash, State of the Nation address ya omampeni mama bema ye no. Sebi nso obiani sika, obiani ofa dine matutuja. Publish ni nyina kinka bi ehu se nokre. Ensem o ma ka che, o be chi obi opuni sebi o disika no be wunja no.
OTEC 102.9 FM, the pride of Ashanti.
Dwabrem. Hey, Opani. Mashusha wache. Sa perfect series books here. Oma mi koto obi mame mano. Owe jajai. Abua wamo se watumi kenkai kama. Wakabrofo. Wow. Na nkuntabu okra die. Ejajai. Wonderful. Mese Ghana for GAJ perfect series. Atumo no die. Jai. No die nimdifuo. Ene tre wa nguma bia. Owo crèche. Nursery. Any KG. Books bia bi. Ene owo science. Creative arts, maths, RME, history, coloring, computing, OWAP, Nina, every basic 1, equasi basic 6, English, every basic 1, equasi junior high school, near Bane combined soa, or Nina B, English nom, and maths nom, me say, books to be anywhere, perfect series, any B, na GS, any Naka, and so I'm approver, into a batter pian kotobi maneba. Hey, and that's a way, dear, so could be crab to me, I could chew, I could tongue, how many students? Now, and look at dear, what table one say she almost has a mock exams, terminal exams, and a midterm exams at the master school. So, a here one more at to phone call put to a station wa and crying down so mine. First stop, and your mama beer, your tunto books beer for 0243 2999 38 and a 0540 755 465. Perfect series. Your worst future is secured.
Order 4, Mammy Missa was sembio. The Baina Ope Bresse. Ukoisho unipadua mu sede unipadua na kwa na ho density e obrabo osa cholesterol anasade dodo ewo mu o blood group o genotype so ye AA AS ana SC sabrey may comfort by Grace Medical Center the amount say enhwemu bia bramye nchen ma ye nhwema ka kra ye de kwa ye de bampo brano ye de coffee tem korese bibia de ye na ye nipadua ye de ne kode ne ba bomoti ase obehwehwemu ententem na bibi siewu a ye hu ne ntem ye timi asra no by Grace Medical Center ewo Kumasi Breman DVL ne nchen pe ose kwadwo area wa bibia ni amienkasa 0244 97 68 05 bio 0244 97 68 05.
Opesa ukwa brochire kwa yedwuma ana ukosua de emfoni nkyere babia esanse Yejima Travel and Consult abama se wo bebo wa mo akwantuo ho nhihye ye beye fofofo Yejima Travel and Consult ma akwantuo ye simple kra esanse wo kanyumaku akukudamwe wo mayimu adi amanfo tu kwan no ho enanu ya Ghana Tourism Authority abo na yabaso se 2024 best traveling agency in Ashanti region enam wo modimbonti Yejima Travel and Consult Edin Kwada wo bo homodin pa wadisuam nansu sikasemunti watifie toto no akọ Canada brechimemu a wo koto wa adisia so enti se wo pese wo kọ Canada UK USA ana Asian country bia so no Yejima Travel and Consult beyen krata sem nyina ma say ye visa passport birth cert hotel any flight reservation wo beyen nyina kama ma bra Yejima Travel and Consult eneya na yemfiri wa kwantuo krata sem no ho hyehyɛ yema obenwu Yejima Travel and Consult wo Kumasi North Central so ena Obuasi Zongo Yak Towers and now ubefre 0552 098 298 Yejima Travel and Consult wa kwantuo mu boafo
Ewra me pacho bra na me hwa de wo bagi
bra aden ena so biem
tam heba me hye ya me ka se yi ba akun ani wayi me yensen
bra sanya tam heba me hya esia gyemi ni me fiefo enya de abaako ebeso yen
we de udi se ofa ni nyina
time heba
Heba Mesha, make us a me do one dance ya heaven and a demekwa copy. Ain't it some malaria, well drawn a time Heba mixture.
And yet, and unco, dear Nanuma to I want me any diano. Time Heba Mixture, Drono, and a yamau. Or bar what fell through, the Oma Quadano for any aquada when you fear do me and timinum a draibi. Sir Obato a draibi anuma. She said Wako Hospital, and answer lab, I'm a who say, oh, a 3-day malaria be answer. Sir Opa time Heba Mixture and ready to it to her for any K&G Heba Center, Ewa Imrom, Abidjan House, and a Bacoso at Tonsu Monaco Junction.
And no echi, Ubenya be atowo over the counter medicine sellers. Any Heba shop do na emu.
Fre 0244 417669.
Kayo, set time mono TIME. Time Heba Mixture. Afi malaria fever be a dani ziba ewo munube suako.
FDA aji ejodi enkra tuyi atum.
OTEC 102.9 FM, the pride of Ashanti.
Dwabrem. On OTEC 102.9 Yakoya Yasayaba. Prof.
Dr. Cash.
Ye.
Oh, inyami.
Yes, nipa ira.
Ye modia.
Prof, you know, try.
Mo. Captain Koda Veka say mo.
Now say sir.
Oh, in fact, Mira 2025 mono. Na me the projects been a room.
Oh, okay.
Inti unfortunately I thought say be right after Christmas meet me the 1 month be actually be and so due to some challenges I had into I'm still at the peak of the project, but if I say a moon training how to set the people onto the field there, it is done. The Nanyaka coordinating teams and supervisors never boama. And they say ne Roma my appear before Chief Justice Dr. Cash. Hey. I submit. I enter appearance and I submit. Dr. Cash.
Election 2024.
Election 2024. Oh yes.
You so cross to Diankoda.
Medini dear.
Hey, Massa Mafo.
Oh, be Musabo Mabaso. And I'm encouraged by those who
unim the Abba margin. Osabe now the buyer.
Yeah.
Oh, the Osabe.
Yeah.
Why your bonny be a party new be uncle ye.
Definitely.
And a ma party no performance be on one or more performance near sir and a sorry tear Savino.
Yeah.
But you see, I am can't say be say so be the survey be bar. That doesn't mean the party should sleep. You see, I am problem be more the survey ne bar. The political parties are only interested in the figures, but they don't read the details on the survey.
They don't.
Oh, later me
don't.
Me share one Unia Bema or Metro. Me we are must that Nasia analyzing your mobile.
Very well.
Then I realized that they only concentrate on the figures.
Yes.
But they don't read the details of the survey.
Men can say MPP never used Senaoka, but NDC worked on the survey.
I tell you.
Yeah. When they saw their results, at least, then they also highlighted where they have to work. They believe the survey. But MPP for Nankasa felt then it's a done deal. It gave the NDC an opportunity to do their homework very well. Until a lot of the things that the NDC did,
MPP for Musa Kwabe irrelevant.
Yeah. A lot of the things that NDC did, was influenced by the survey.
And I tell you, like saying you're working. In fact, a few days, maybe 4 or 5 days after my survey, in fact, somebody told me that, and then correct insider told me, Charlie, Yentana Homa, sir, predicted figure now, their mind people are chanting, Yentana Homa name Emaso. And they are sending all the Arsenals, they have relieved everybody that matters in NDC into Ashanti region. Like joke. Okujato, atufo secret about Ufia. And I'm a
you said that during that time we were just commercializing our airtime.
Yes.
And then they had an agreement with the management.
Yes.
Monday was at Forsen.
Yes.
I think Tuesday was Okujetwa Blackwa.
Yes.
Wednesday was Ejidi Tamaklo. Thursday was Honorable Bawa.
Yes.
Friday was Ewadako.
Yes. And only a wo hangwan senior, they took over every stations of your like. They took over all. Into one radio host, Parker Wilson, or TV.
Another brother from another mother.
He told me that, in fact, and you say there are some faces he never felt would ever seek to address issues in his on his studio, in his platform. And tell me which of the interviewers you hosted did not make reference to my survey. All of them. And media, I mean, somebody asked me last Saturday, I say, basically, suppose professors and the people who carry the neutral voice, how would they influence Ghana? Send your money, I'm saying, any correct person be beyond politically dented, no. It's unfortunate that the politicians who are listening, who send you be out in Adiase. And I'm an example back. Many were near digital macro baha near to set back also near bonkomo about Ghana's economy then. And America say the best way I been able to Ghana's economy. Offer the fiscal and the monetary side. Monetary side the Bank of Ghana near Kotana. The Ghana near Kotana Bank of Ghana. Fiscal side the Minister for Finance also check it. So fiscal person not to now for political gain to know you be import everything including Garia. We will have a problem, Dr. Cash. Let's tell them. Let's speak to the finance minister and say, hey, you are managing the fiscal space. Pressure about dollar, so check some of the things that you must take out to free your dollar. No, politics until you admit everything. Dr. Cash, we work on per dollar, they are surgery, surgical elements, medical equipment. Obinsu Jina line nim edge the same $100,000 on the contract Gary here in this republic.
Then he sema. Obeko bank or bra currency no. Manager beka say ebi ni ho.
Who say be to me?
What ujina hwa ni afrejala bi awura no abra dollar. I mean, what is this?
And so I told
you say Drew baby me bashe Bank of Ghana governor. Me bashe no seriously because I make our hasa Bank of Ghana governor onye serious.
Good.
Baby oteno. Ni hu hia poto okra. Omo yin tuntwene. And because say who trade dollar no. Now they make commercial banks at a lower rate.
Yes.
Na ebe pie ewo jalabia man ho na rate ni different.
Yes.
Oko banks na rate ni different. They were commercializing the dollar. Now BOG. What ho and wo hwe. Then you are not serious. I say a promo man kra na say a tintum kra.
Dr. Jawo, the woman Dr. Cash is so no.
Me say papa Prof say only anybody ti aye kwan wa hasa obi
me ka sa asem we.
Na the so fast one saying.
Which for me was the scriptural truth. The next person who spoke, Miami Nue Dujitamako said, I come usually to water down the discussion. I say, me pese me cool it down the discussion rather than kese me tia me kase ba umia bon. Na me can say no. I have taken out the real person that I should attack. Hey, Adichiyene Yevetina, Dr. Tufos in finance minister say, when you want to blame somebody for economic challenge, you don't go and look for one person and blame. Enti I say ye jack politics into China. If it me who can pay befa so ye be man ye be ni. The research that I did where I accept say ABI overemphasized the effect of turnout. And no me they build a model, the effect of turnout. Ufa raw without any effect of turnout. Add the regional breakdowns now no for graphs no baku. You realize that on the average, President Mahama was leading by 52.4%.
Yeah.
And Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was second with about 42.1% or so. This is in public. It's in the report. Nobody ever read that. Then I said, trend na yekita no turnout is expected to be like 81.3. And when you inject the turnout into the model, then you get nobody crossing the 50% mark. But rather, Vice President Bawumia then was going to lead by 49%, followed by 45.7%. Vice President, President JDM, flag bearer JDM, former President JDM. That was it. And the rest followed. In fact, regional breakdowns have been confirmed. The problem, and I don't even see it as problem because as an academic, I believe in what we call contributing to knowledge.
Yeah.
What it means, the lessons learned, which is the knowledge now, is that the turnout your model in terms of volatility, it will throw your model off when you don't get within a certain margin. A year in 81.3% was the turnout. So 78, 79, even less than 75% turnout in power. And you would have seen how confirmatory my work was, because senior, I touched base in every constituency here in this Ghana, in this Republic of Ghana. Emma putting me on a TV set, like you said, around that time. The host, lawyer Selom, City TV, said, okay, Prof, I come from K2 South, I think South or North Mbako. Take me through if you really visited. Then I said, just a minute, now I saw my laptop. And I'm saying, K2, let's go. I'm mentioning 16 communities where I have GPS locations, my foot stepped. I can give you biometrical evidence of my presence. Also, call the communities if they are in my constituency, I'll confirm. Me bo bako, not donation, man can no correct tone. No my boss second, no my boss third one. No, I'm saying, okay, let me take you to another level. In this community, corner me boy, and so him who let's go. Omu major problem, open defecation. They don't have public toilet. No, I confirm me bako. Me born next one, no, I confirm me. Me born next one. The road between these two, that one, you do not say you went there, stop. On one end, to say, hey, we will be a one ko be a unim say grand untimin can was that if you never visited. He confessed until he said, Charlie, nobody or no baby or no about terminal, you can was him. Unko hopa unim wa untimin can make that. Abetifi, Brand Champon. Do they have a problem? You may think, oh, Brand Champon, blah, blah, blah. They are supposed to have a problem. When I took, and also another sister station, when I took the panel, me and your team in China say, or no, not so free ho, or NDC near community station, or so free ho. Tell me, say me call and pa. Menka, and the host say you can go ahead and more agree amongst yourself that you went there. And to in this in June, be start here. Me chair a crow in a Betifi constituency, the entire Betifi constituency. Say honey power had to about wa a moon 99 better NDC. The host was like, a Betifi. And I'm saying, Mammy Mokundi me boa on country me. And I'm a walk on the chain. I say, how do you no go area or NDC for one or Kagoon from say ya. And I'm saying, generally, a Betifi for problem, health center. And also not Obiama was a Betifi.
The crowd can maybe say, a Betifi.
Then somebody confirms from there that, including Papa no team in China, also free constituency, on say they started a certain health facility that has been left abandoned in the bush. Until we now we are between our problem, this will be a different constituency. In the constituency, truly he then this person can confirm that. And Okan Jovia was oh dear, say you knew, but now research now then the usher that skew. Then I'm saying skew ben you just betifia means skew ye. Yakoha means skew ye. Yakoha and if totally means skew, he found a miskew. It's about the use of data. Yeah. Anyhow, anybody else understands data. Two groups of people will be on. He just carries the news and run away with it. Will be so share that for digest share. And so he found in my report. Not only friends saying Volta and Ashanti, and Volta and Northeast and Volta.
Yeah.
And as October no. If elections were to be held, MPP was going to gain. So it's about breaking even, gaining or losing. Only Volta and Northeast, and another year to Abano 17th October.
Yeah.
And Ananka MPP Benya gain. What does it tell you? It means that you are performing below your 2020 performance. The benchmark was 2020. That was the most recent election before 2024. And what does it mean?
Even that 2020 election has its own story.
Yes. Where are the areas we need to look at? And on some TV stations and radio stations that quite discussing no. There are constituency level problems that are highlighted. Man for no this, no vote. Udu krobiswa. Yeah, the abo say me what pictures ni na bi ho no mo a boho a chow that signboard greets you. No network, no vote. Boho say na
ebi wo former late president Krum Ekunfie Tuam. Before the pineapple plantation,
yes.
No vote.
My recommendations was that to those who wants to win, assurances will not fetch you vote. Like I said, for 8 years, but the opposition people can use that one and say, Charlie, my network, no. But demonstrate some solution. Yes, we be more beyond so migusu a may yenti to man then where the drip should have gone. In fact, internally, now we plan here. If I was managing the drip in a typical constituency, which first community or which community should benefit first? Oh, I say parato no. Obi here kwan.
The same way, and ye to abane for say, and come fast on financial agenda 111. Look at the communities health infrastructure.
Yes.
A bomb.
Yes.
So at that time where we had $100 million, now in near many honorable Adejoku.
Yeah.
And Mr. Wachiado. Then near Kasa say $100 million bet to me a year 6 projects.
Oh, the Republic of Ghana.
1111. I don't know. Who started with 88 district hospitals? In the 5, 100 in between 5. Yena room set free and no crowd Judy.
In fact, I said, "Mama, when the agenda 111 was launched, they said, ambitious, number 1. But number 2, if one day is going to join our list of uncompleted projects, I'll be highly disappointed."
Now it is.
Unfortunately. I got a day yet here, you say, and Chebia is so best that you have a crofo one crane. ABC is you.
You think I have 5? Yeah, 5. Now room set free. Still, I do the Ubejudin.
Yeah.
Said your free SHS, what you do. Said anyway, MP Pada. Think I have 5. Now room set free. But 111. It's not a small project.
Yeah, they'll tell you it is politics. Maybe we don't. I only coach politics, but maybe they have some other meaning of politics that we don't get. And that is how it is. Right. For those who understood the data, some people have been very straightforward. They are requesting for the full document because we will report on constituency by constituency. Full document. Just that the way people treat just the headline, I get the impression say if you worry yourself and serve, you can be able to find your and yes, I can walk baby from Nkra, Nkwanta in Doma West to Ketu whatever to Zebila to baby Bokupusiga Ninani fully reported at their community level problems acquiring so yape guso. Those who said they were going to vote against Jinapo, almighty NDC Jinapo, they were going to do so because they don't have what the whole community of Bupe doesn't have public toilet facility, open defecation, and somebody was asking me, Bupe for omuni toilet. Ubi a line to Mpenene, Momuton, near me or so Tompabua, or Fefri Kumasi, the Kobu Poko, the Biachomako Bush, and so on. These are local level problems that the local government minister, Minia Ahmed Ibrahim, can get and use. And yet, media necessarily, they can commission a similar research like that. Let's send the development bottom up. Then you see a 10 crying, you feel say, I have 1 year, 8 years, say, near my contract, no one crying. What to honum DC, you to honum and Nabro say, Sikani say 100 million that now DC chief executive becoming 100 million, yeah. And can hear mentioning Sui and can wait the DC has a different understanding of the needs of the people. What to 1 year do we have in Gramba? $100 million project of head, yeah.
and then your money. So also my
conference strategy.
We had told them a whole lot, but I'm on fire.
And it is still a relevant commentary. Yeah. Ebeboa this year by Otisui, Sebio, Umbefa, Edia to Anamoma, Buomankasa. And yes, I say they have a different model. You got about if it works, it works. And yes, we all live to see the verdict.
Yeah. But the upon this, NDC aba, Penny, you inaugurating our baby scandals here and there. One my State of the Nation address. And MPP some the true state of the nation address.
Okay.
But yeah, focusing on one penny India, no.
Good. With a quick one, MZ commentary, no. A lot has been shared. Dr. Cash, unfortunately, I'm one person who wishes President Mahama very well. Unse unema shego na hu hwehwe. Sisi my understanding is that Ubia no yes sycophant around President Mahama Bia. President Mahama knows all of them. When this must see them in President Mahama and said then no. Ni obetwa ni introbia saa ekoba na ente saa na den se die na obeka sem che President Mahama mutie no ko kan monka ne yo no ni munyina.
The most loyal friend.
Julius Debra. Maybe Julius Debra has been consistently truthful to the man.
Free day one.
Yes.
Of free Abaimu.
Yes.
2016.
Yes.
It has been with him
every
and
day.
Every day.
Every day.
Until you are in chief of staff, na nyame mama.
Na ye obvious. Loyalty and consistency no. Enti we bi anso awaye no kwani bi anso o kan se ma ordinary to na hwe oni mo because enya go na nyame kura nyame hu say Dr. Cash ni ho no mo a ebi oni ho. Na Dr. Cash pie ho we say everything I have to do with Dr. Cash but now profiling. Into status all can now President Mama say ananya guy we kura na no because as we
Mama kura strategic o. Enya sama enko you be anko ye Julius ni running mate.
Of course.
I'm telling you.
Annie.
That was what they wanted to do.
Okay.
Or them amene sa bad deal na say no.
Actually,
this time he means business.
That was the plan.
Yeah.
But they felt to say amena about what?
Of course.
So muyina.
It
was a big sacrifice they did.
Sure, but it was also another strategy to convince the constituency.
Of course.
But the best person at the time now could be a fee was Julius because at least when they know almost pay a strong pay, but they failed to say.
Enti nyame adom.
So UTA State of the Nation address. UTA ni nyina.
Yes.
Wow.
My overall comment is say unfortunately a repeated template.
As a Jesse.
Yeah. Senia Omampeni Kufuor be taking over from J. John Rawlings. Nemo Kanye, centrality of the entire State of the Nation address. President Kufuor, centrality of the entire State of the Nation address. President John Evans Atamils, blessed memory, Nyame Clan Seye. Edna State of the Nation address 2017 February. Nana Danko Kufuor. John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency 2025 February. Template. Omunyina Nana do started say Wasamba back to Parliament where he was for 12 years before going out of Parliament. Wasan resurfacing as a president. President Dramani Mahama also repeat he also know Parliament. And Oja Hokodi vice core exactly within 8 years no in opposition plus 4 years the Kokodi vice president then for about 16 years he's been in exile and he has come back this time again as the president. Kufuor had the same story, similar. Omunyina started with the fact that their election victory was emphatic. Nanado said the same thing in 2017. Said near President Mama relax here no in the end speeches. I'll be another danko. If you ask the dear than if you ask changing 8 years. Check the House of Parliament in 2017. Who said the side was in white. That side was in the same prototype. Then the only difference in the election comments, and it's President Akufo-Addo in his election commentary after the emphatic victory commended Charlotte Osei and the Electoral Commission. President Mahama did not commend Jean Mensah and the Electoral Commission. He emphasized the emphatic victory. Menial, but we are just doing content analysis. I'm saying it is worth noting that he didn't mention the Electoral Commission's name and commended them out. And that Danko Akufo-Addo mentioned the Electoral Commission and mentioned that in particularly Charlotte Osei and Adi. I felt says yes, you better build the institution called Electoral Commission. At least we are there.
But David Romney,
and so because MPP wants to Charlotte Osei chisa oh so and Ghana back.
Charlotte cried the amount down movie say Electoral Commissioners are Ghana enya no maso din. Charlotte didn't know so din ka na Charlotte don't say brave class.
Yeah.
Charlotte na din say mami.
Oh Charlie.
Charlotte was my best admirer. Mami na adwin say oni on be kon boot for boot. Omo to anu wato. Omo to.
Oh, and about debt no so omu nyina to see debt ni mu a. In fact they create the impression say no mu nim say Ghana economy na say and I said the state of the nation was bad.
Yeah.
But they have seen say a more bad because the baddest than what they thought, the same template. And Obiaka death accumulation na Obia Jesse. If 322 billion to 720 something billion, it was said. In fact, Nana Akufo-Addo cried any time no. Or no make a statement to the effect say President John Dramani Mahama NDC from 2009 to 2016 had grown Ghana's debt by 92%. So 92% growth in our general debt as a country occurred between 2009. Direct profit na make chose and I we also count the same thing. Then they all came into the pick and choose, what I call the pick and choose page. In the first page, I'm making your introductory comments, and then they came to the content. And then Akufo-Addo did pick and choose. President John Dramani Mahama has also done some level of pick and choose. In fact, Nyokeka Kekaini was to buttress the fact that Ghana's economy was bad. Nyoyi Frimini would have done the contrary, would have rather said, so when you're Ghana, you're dear or baby. Railway line, no, Sebi. Also, Obama passenger traffic not started from a hoe to her, but you never commended and accepted so the construction of the a plus national health insurance. Whereas Nana Danko Akufo-Addo picked that one and said John Dramani Mahama in this year in 2009 to say my health insurance a guno. And then President John Dramani Mahama didn't mention it because Da Costa and Okoboy and those people who came after have positioned the health insurance maybe better than that time. Into a pick and choose. Sam George, February 2017, the first comment after State of the Nation address was that this was a pick and choose thing. I think say ene UTA MPs Libya, omuso say we a pick and choose. Honorable ABA Fuseni, former member of parliament for I think Tamale North or so. Or also say this is state of lamentation. Stop the lamentation and go and do actions that will immediately relieve the people of their struggles. Sometimes not most of the struggle light off and so into ABF was telling another person go and fix the problem. And then President Mahama so is being told the same thing. And he said in the State of the Nation address that he was going to fix it. Akufo-Addo too said it. So another will fix it. You can't be. Also look at the same thing. Who compare speech, inaugural speech, independence and in the year inaugural speech was quite a new speech, but the State of the Nation address was actually an edited version of an existing template. Meaning
na nkrata ya atwera to ho na cheso ni bi hihye
baby na Danko Akufo-Addo no ayi na de we no check the layout. It's the same layout. Energy sector levy near kai wo na Danko pick the same thing.
It's just that we know na figures kakra ka ho
ani
the other buy na say na figures kakra ka ho
ani cocoa board ka o dey we
ka o dey na agenda 400 million na figures na different but approach
the entire template was
communication here the
same and that is it. And that was where I felt, because I was not me manage inaugural address now President Mahama I heard the 100%. I felt like, oh, this man has really come a new man. And seriously, in the name of our ministry appointments, new, interesting, fantastic. In fact, send your name Bruno opposition or mono. May imagine him say he's going to get it right because Sabe Ediano engineer netene edin. And to compare Minister Dr. Efria Koto for Agric, and now Minister Chief Alan Martin for trade. Any Minister Elizabeth Ufosue-Jaria. Ufosue-Jaria can be talked to. I'm not saying Chief Alan cannot be talked to, but assimilation of advice. Are you sure you are the one going to advise are you serious? You mean it? No, compared to advising Dr. Atuforsen versus advising Oforiatta Ken. You know what I mean? Enti me feel sasenya President Mahama hye ne niema no. Ebeboa. Empanifo na tietche ne hwe me of akwabnado fo no ne ade no can easily call Atuforsen and say Ato ABC no. As compared to
Inti Osha or the appointment Nima and Mbebunu.
Yes.
ɛna ɔde sɛbio nkɔkorafoɔ no atwa ne ho ahyia
absolutely
Jubilee House
absolutely
sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ they can be watching from afar
absolutely and they are people that in my unless they tend to disappoint me media
because we have Gusitano or Hobby
absolutely
you kind of say as far as finance is concerned
yes baby me Japan say
former chairman is also there
former chairman
I don't know.
Chairman for some people or no vice president's office but
at least they are in the Julia
they are there media ni amehwe no where I will feel disappointed these people are minimum they are not only youthful and then yes qualify
but the experience
the experience they have adults and in quote more experienced matured people are behind them near be me ya say bia obi kobone na me ofa kwamado fa na say penny bi ebe fro say bia me nu ato ABNC nya yi na wanfa na ebe kobone na say ono dua mono no so otene na nyeye as compared to dua nyini a eno no naturally because I wonder how many advice I'm not saying Kenoforiata was not listening to advice me sure say a for it nyesa for me na me ka say e very easy to advise at forcing than advising Oforiata.
Advice ne bia no baby free ba from all angle of sectors. No Oforiata dey free there baby a free ba no beti. It usually say you jibo change free Oforiata no chair na agent go beti no. But Gabi chere na adwen
yeah Gabi chere na obeti
asanti bedi oto chere na adwen ma Oforiata obefa obeti you so it depends on baby a free ba
oh yeah and I'm American just said they didn't listen to advice they listen but I said the ease with which
but from whom
you can call me fan say me nua Kwabena Minta Kando health minister
very young
just here when
so banzo
me mate
I just say we nim no
yeah me mate no we were together we left
very sober
yeah na sebi Dwabusu niba bodi niba sebi okoko ase niba like what hasn't he been through he has been through all everything me dem hu me so for mama mo so no mo mama papa me group new class ni awo just say what better one plot okumasa na nkranti just say your gas and waka ho you have one plot in this say oh oga please as I say no wura mama ka bia mo mbra mo ho ase enti I'm seeing say they have the potential of doing well only that you say power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely bedu baby na bia irrespective of nimfia wedine na office say bia to me and minister bi odi nti no sabio kwabrado fo mu nyina mehye na se ana sabio we mu nyina mehye na se wetufo a wontie mo time no ya cake mo time kra na enye ayizi ayisu AI den na kpan kopem dia yenso ya waha ye beka ho asem but until then we wish them well man say economic dialogue issues ni nyina wo ha se ya ye be discuss it I have one or two comments to make on those ones
obetumi akọ because my doctor kra eboure mo
okay maka say you okay
now we honor for Yembra Hajj village no
very well economic dialogue no but tiny a good 6 different sectors are ni nyina no
o say a good
but tiny a good
okay
and I'm sure say one more gather me need list of the experts who have gathered but definitely Ghana will be BAB
economic dialogue no behind the scene Gusitando
obeche
okaho
and I'm not even talking about NDC for Ebeko NDC for the nyina abeko menu don't go nyina abeko bi abeko finance minister came to address the opening
you know this national economic dialogue way is also another brain to lead the 24-hour economy
yes
inti Gusitando being in charge of the 24-hour economy or hobby
and there were other issues of industrialization exchange rate by serious economy nankasa ne den corruption in Akaka on those 6 issues nankasa the idea is good near me yawo near beya me nwanwa I don't want to think that people have not changed maybe me person may assume say the change that has come with President Dramani Mahama no one mo muka ne hu nyina so ase sampa and yes sir somebody is going to take the template of Senchi and really simply will say mommy and fana yen hwene detina na then new times calls for new ideas. Wow, new so new idea bia no nko ka ho ma number ne nko doso nko je per diem ko yi na enya yi. Na enya NDC for gathering. Into independent Ghanaians ne experts. We expect you all to go there and contribute. Se sa kwa koye NDC for nkwa meeting dia. And say na adwin no ekofa akro. There will not be any critical or dissenting view bia ho. Ni ade. Enti the one thing is with the gathering, it's very important. You the right people to go and comment on the issues. Economic hardships. But then the most important part of it, implementation of the recommendations are Ghana. All the fine ideas exist in the books. Yeah, on the shelves.
Success are always in the books.
Yes, but then the implementation becomes a problem. Even though me a very optimistic say. Like I said, President Mahama's second coming is supposed to be better. The State of the Nation address, Wanka Wumba, Nana Kufuado, Pensona, also 3 living former vice presidents. Now you know John Dramani Mahama, President Kufuor, and then President Jerry John Rawlings. Fortunately for President Mahama and Sono, also 2 living former presidents. Meaning, Omampeni Kufuor, Sayeswa, Abako Jefutua, Kebebua. Minim so mampeni na da kwakufu ado ho eyire so ba ko jefutu akaebua onu ani nua vice president Baumia so ho eyire so na dia he simply don't have the excuse to fail. But I na enye onu aya na for example a team a wagada say se mon konkoju no man ne ho economy ne ho na mo fa solutions a anu yi aye de ba bebo o man no de ne amo de beba mo beka no kra no wo mu yetu ho na mo ma abo o man na maka. But the second challenge I have is the implementation. Sergeant Cheney na cry the bedjuma na bibia. And also another thing. We wish them well. We hope to see the report. No we are they be film abano. Okay. But it's one thing gathering to take the ideas and another thing implementing those ideas.
Because before Bebana may catch doctor say me in person, they share I did convince me on this national economic dialogue will have to do with the budget.
Yeah.
Because I mean, who any greater prospects in the budget are? Economic dialogue
In fact, expectations per year, say Ghanaians manage because President Mahama NDC.
Do you know what?
Yes.
Because say Obabe cancel emission levy tax Obi COVID-19. Over betray 11 and a betting tax.
Yeah.
A dear 4-way. Ubi yin in free ho. You see, a dear Ghana for China share say Ubenya alternative. Bia Odibe Rezi Sassika way or Chichamu. And now said the existing tax no over be pijam. It is 2 things. Because I want to me and my a clear indication of how you intend to raise all these monies after cancelling all these taxes. Yeah. Na ubetwitwam na wankyerɛ kwan a obefa so a
but my view, my position on taxation and they say Ghana ha yema yetima ye de dodo ewo etuotua ho and it is all because of politics and your politics anka yehwe na yensiesie ade no ne yenya ne yie. For example, betting tax madwen kyerɛ nyɛ sɛ yentwa betting tax mu but not the rate was too much. Sabio nipa no eso okai hu se ono so o invest ansa na wanya profit no.
Yeah.
Ni investment ne de enya o concern. Assuming the person invested 1,000 Ghana cedi ansa na wonya 1,000 no. Then all you are doing is 1,000 no. Oh yeah. Bibi ko bibi ma ansa na bibi afri mu aba and that was not factored in. Omo drafted betting tax no. I'm not sure took into consideration say enye sika e bakwa. They have to actually invest some money before it. And then ma enibre ne ba.
But doc, to some extent, hey yo, Semete hana me new be a business. I have to send someone maybe 8,000. Sikana mede kwakoye business no. You see there are other forms of taxes.
Yeah.
Neskana me send no. Telco ate ne die and sana wo aban wo so aba tie free sikana kura me am dey business wo sate. Does it make sense?
Yeah. Na betting for kwa de musa so nya bibi free mu so ba and so aye. Let's rework it and set things right. na yi levy say na my view was
I didn't know only telcos no konkoka now omo dey no then apart from the honestly speaking profit no munya no me as a citizen society then I mean every telcos for now a business no
a corporate social responsibility
look at this a business now so go and talk to the telcos free omo enye me enyame man sani ankatego no benya
absolutely and a rate so I'm thinking say it started too high when these things are worked on fine but you see akwakoye boshe political promise versus so we do boshe so sabi also obe twade anim a obe atwam na kwan kra be fa so be na nti Ghana for na politicians ne the politics ne jeje yen so na den yes almost the taxes ne ba no so hu say
my we on three so my money freebies in kwa
no my tax to GDP gross domestic product enema nyina no contribution the chop money ye wo fie no say 100 dia ye deba na ye 8% answer na through taxes here baba ye mu page 12%. Enti ye be di 100 Ghana cedi wo fie a be ma na wo na atifie na ye yi no say na ade ba o de 12 cedi na eba ni aka nyina je se ekosu che kwesi broni e na kwabna Trump ono ye dey bomb say wo no ukwada ekwaku Trump say we aid ni ma bi ho no mu a onfa ma bi o sabe those that we go to cry to adabia omu de kenten ya na ekita chance ye kwakọ say omu nyina twetwo mu de mu a how na ebe say we must raise some money internally to but a political promise. Let's see how it will be trim and the alternative he will bring. As for political promises, there on no ni so. And yet say if you hold mo ntimi ni so so a obeka say na obeka na be ma mfo beda e betina say na say politically then they are swindle amount for and so they had but yes I had taxation and when before election 2024 my view was that the rates should be cut down. Yet it so we are at 1 year but enye to a akese sa
is it eto no ba in a form of alatadwa ni so
excited
umposa wutua
so what I say
alatadwa fa we have capre simple when him rounds no
enso eto akese
kwa no masegu yesu
afia
ose monka tax
okay
send tree din ye to eto akese no masegu
afia me say to be eto no
mame twande kaka na yentumi enhwe Hajj village Ghana Hajj village yebedi hu komo where amafo ka say Hajj village no hu say waste na me hu say minua bema ofosu kwache explain not a peso of taxpayers monies involved yet he be can know abra yebetu amna kese no Tiebania de Hunkomo GhanaGarages.com. Mami Misa say, what boy room ama wabi pie Ghana Garages online app na swan na oton kai ana kai hunyo me bia oton bia no me pacho bomodin na uborem GhanaGarages.com ebe boa papa na uborem ne bia na oton kai hunyoma ka hunyoma ni onyoma bebre e bia ode dos na oton bonnet nkwa na oton boot na e bia ode steer nkwa na oton dashboard uton car seat nkwa ebi ase ne oman kwa na uton odi ebi spray nkra na woye bomoden bogram GhanaGarages.com obogram GhanaGarages.com ebe boa papa we eye kwan a ofa so edi udwa ewa ba fintentan no emu ya no so ebe peja wadwuma no ama bibia aye kama edi ama wo na obogram GhanaGarages.com na wo uploadi say o the digital address shim o contact number baby awo watch say ehun sem nyina no ubawram na emunsam na ekokoye din ma wa 0244319420 0244319420 Yanko Abapamo, Ghana's biggest online shop for quality product. Eno ene be boawo na omuni oman so de abone da form setim. E da form boko say wi anwum no. Ai se be ya oni wonum kita odi ne be wie payonti. Me pacho ko Play Store and also App Store and a simple bet your Dwabrem www.abapamo.com. Simple cry. Only bet me a digga home, the human brew, baby will be our mem have baby within 24 hours. Now on sa aka on your mano, now also when you eat me aje. Now person bana course water for 3 miles. Omane Sakasaka Park no dear him share. A phones now pay, laptops, fun. TV and our air conditioners. A jardin your man should be a ma bags, a man to money at the DHS and Konya now pay a wardrobe now pay BBB or open washing machine. Ning be ewo abapa more. Abapa so be so chana kakra Saturday a beya obabe o nadia. A Konya no ho obeso chana munuhan so abapasi will be some amount now why BB so come at the amount pa. Na kai say Hepa Plus live man no that's so ho. That's so ho air train war. Into a boy weekend him say now per live band papa. Baby, I want light in your cry. Bomodia Fre Abapa, Fre Hepa Plus Live Band. Na to me, Emma Bo Jumediano, Emma Kama, Ebi Anaya ye, Bedinto, and sorry, Muya Crusade, Muya PA system, Papa, Fronomani Abapa more. I was 0593 386 133, 0593 386 133, and 0593 391 848, 0593 391 848. DHI College of Health and Education. Eton Safra, so what row was he? And answer SSC with 5 passes. I have died so by a Pomedia Jumanibi. Nanso said Baye, and no Swaka Koyan Sempi. And until DHI College of Health and Education Eton Safra one or Subo Roma. Programs are also a year school hall, a certificate in dispensing assistant, dispensing technician 2 and 3, emu top up, diagnostic medical sonography, sterilization processing technician, medical laboratory technology, environmental health, diploma in education, early grade education, emu diploma, national sign language no koso ewo DHI College of Health and Education. We are 6 months attachment to ya obeye said be no so ebetumi abo papa obo rescue ma modern facilities in kwana wo hostel facilities are available or say Dwabrem no baby obeda any problem if you say hostel facilities are available so or some akwanya amo tre school fees na kakran a flexible payment plan into Dwabrem ebebo papa na biom no so yo kirekire ni na okura degree certificate ya akwanya aba betom ewo US abrochimemu we Trump nko hawo okwa physics any chemistry intemu da hokrogin no ma yesa friend Romania ono so wo penanifo ni o ma yadwuma ana obetime construction adwuma so ye mason ni o de o welder o ye electrician o ye plumber bomodin Dwabrem ewo DHI College of Health and Education tutumrikai for nature patase wo ben Holy Mary restaurant no and I bet you for DHI College of Health and Education ewo 0244 213 187 0244213187 and 0276221939 0276221939 and 0273635765 0273635765 Perfect Star Media Production ebiom wasaka no ho one Perfect Grade Publications and Stationery akabum school for quiz no ade top so mienu na wasa ade aba no kama second edition and what diabano na we a perfect series basic schools assessment competition and Bomadi Dwabrem ebebo papa perfect series onum books no and a perfect series basic schools assessment contest no koso audition no ashase on the 17th of February it is shining so say on the 11th March now mo amoto forms mo amoko audition mo amoko hin ye enta udi ashe system nim said ya beya unya 0 ebe unse ye wa na unya 0 no and school no mo we ebe unse mo na mare na mo amo call first edition mo ya ma adwe say school be two wadwene ho awonte ase into second edition wo be so ko kire obobra ebre nu ni kokofa forms no and I bet you fresh 0243 299938 0243 299938 and 0547 755 465 0547 755 465 and 0247 432 869 0247 432 869 na me sa kaos perfect series books no Ghana Education Service ajatum naka enso approve approved books Emma Nursery 1 Edikosi JHS into any leading bookshop now pe enwoma ama mafrande tumi akenkan konkan ya mepacho perfect series enye perfect series a bisom se perfect series books no ebi wo henfa what you say opa bi etu aton so a obowre mo kumase putoja omo ban station no na se odi wani acha bosontwe kwan no so no udura putoja station ko onim kakra bi on sabenkum so obonsa abrosan kase bi so ya kire nim Star Plus TV ehonoma ana wonum ewo udun kranso adanso man first stop inti bomodin ana obetumi ni perfect series books adin komo ewo 0243 299 938 0243 299 and at 0540 755 465 0540 755 465 Toby Mamofrano and King Kanum to be conkai say omodachi ewum Akofa catering service where continental dishes where local dishes or say pastries into say I fro ye and now say Jumekumu per lunch kakra bi ni adia bomodin follow na Akofa catering service Akofa shebra ebrenin entwem na Akofa jollof so wusie nkom prepared under serene and answer hygienic conditions into Akofa jollof dear Jack ekawa no a wa be bon sem Akofa wadwina se one kwada so municipal assembly no edi animhwe and I bet your friend no 0245056378 0245056378 Autism consultancy services and I make am for ma wono ekwo we no mde amanfo tu kwan akoduba akwakoya adwuma no ebi edikan ko oma sha adwuma se ebi omkwakoye omkwakoye motor riders and a general helpers no oma bo awuram a oma sha adwuma se na ebie mu no ebraso say interview no minim say interview no on the first and second match and onuma won kran no omudie malang bawe julicat nti omudie omaye omudie awie na enne ena kumase de no enso hyase nti ene wotena ene na de kye that is on the 3rd 4th and a 5th match ewa tonsu esreso ofulia junction ebre no kwa na ekono abrofo na ba omo ye interview no ebia wo kon kran no first and second no improve obetua be proof no ha why improve won kran bra be proof no ha bomodin na kan yo masi ani sade be obesu betumi akobi enti omo office na ubowre mu kumase a ewa tonsu esreso ofulia junction and obetumi ni autism consultancy services adin komo ewo 0558 511 992 0558 511 992 and 0558 332223 0558 332223 na watumi anywonum edi enkomo doc yeah back to Hajj village eja komo for Hajj village no the yesusu senke wo say ye no amfoni na ya na mo de ato ha mame why back to the Hajj village I don't know I say Ghana for need trust for because of the Pentiana
yeah cash say Ghana there be a 7 senior can akwa na asanachi aba before I ever started the National Cathedral yet promiser or madema and say ye peswa kradi nkom na a group of people na omo ekosi
group of people
we ko wi ase no na
ye kapra kom
anya kapro
no
anya kapro na ye sika kase na akwahye ho na ene ase ababati si Hajj village na enye o man no na esi we are told to say Ghana Airport Company Limited omo na omo afa hoka na omo si enti no enye state no ye peso akoradi nkom we heard at forcing say that say peso adi nkom na ye Ghana Airport Company Limited me take from this ne say even if it is Ghana Airport Company still minor na ye because the company even if it is true someone no more yakwana the institution is a state institution because sikana ye the company ye Ghana for sikana ye the
airport for no more miscellaneous account be on the basis
almost IGF based on what they told us more IGF in no the kwakosi sa high village
airport for IGF
yeah that is what at first what that's what they are telling that's what we already say IGF na the kwakosi come here me who say ebeye adanko da do ni bia na ebebesi because the omoka chere and say Ghana Airport Company for sika in the question where are they getting the money from and do they operate our more security baby are they ready and they'll be willing to ready will have the money to sponsor such a project and until I don't seem to believe what they are telling us. Say the usual oh musika. And again, even if it is true, say Ghana Airport Company in Asia, the company it belongs to the state. So even if it is the Asika Krana, a minor there. It is in effect a minor nisi. I don't believe it say and yet Ghana for nisi.
My own self was so.
Oh yeah, in essential. For me, I don't accept the fact to say and yet or mine na taxpayers' money will not go into it. Even I don't believe that. Even if it is true, say Ghana Airport Company for Sika no this year, the company is owned by the state, and so that IGF that they claim say is also owned by the state. So in effect, it's the state Sika near this.
Wow.
And that is my analysis of the issue. But in the first place, I don't believe it say Ghana Airport Company have that IGF
internally generated
fund. I don't. I don't. And the same story. And says in Yakobasa, and na cathedral and issue we cannot fight. I'm saying there are a lot of issues about cathedral. The earthquake a bit weaken the fight against cathedral in CN. Because say to me the any means see the hard.
So let's look at it from this direction.
Okay.
Say ni si ni betumi abaso na akọ yenya esomfa so ana say ye beka say ye be hye na ye ndumi wie is the problem.
And ye hye nke because for me
what am I saying?
I understand.
Also ye betumi aka say onye your taxpayers money enye ye say akwa say cathedral no to say na very costly. But sika e ko wura mu ne akire amana donko no na ani iron rods na egu. Nti anase sika we $58 million ni kom kwa na yesi awie mpo a. Okay, no so did another thing to talk about. So which is which? Where is the fear?
For me, I think say
our mistrust ni for him.
Ghana Airport Company should come out. They should make it understand how they seek to finance this one. Clarify.
But let's look at it from also this direction and dimension. Also Islamic religion, you know. Don't you think say we almost share here? Everything at all or might be so Islamic be so ma. Or between be so look at our mosque no musi ewo kaukudino. It was not a binsika. Say Fachamio, say Muslim for no project. Or my hockey can't say Christopher.
Fine, we understand. The partner say we are not against the Hajj. I'm not sure so be or what or against say yes is a Hajj, you know. But who is financing the Hajj village, you know? And don't you know what the state, what the powers be air catcher and say it's not the taxpayers' money. Name a Ghana Airport Company for Nisi. We want them to come and tell us how they are financing it. Say no. Now we have an institution somewhere, say in Mizami Fonibi, our baby never sponsor. They should let us know.
Okay.
Because they say any other about a new music and new music. Sure. Any other whole. So one, we expect Ghana Airport Company to come out to tell us how they intend financing such a project. So when you're on so maybe a Mizami Foni baby never be see men so. Let us know.
Arabs won't be there, baby boys.
But for
now,
as
it stands now, total cost of the project, no.
I don't know, say about it, but I'm yet to see. Until they should come out because you see, I know at forcing I can't aqua to Ghana Airport Company for some no mercy. They are yet to come out to accept it and I decline saying no mercy. Senor Moa, they should come out. Your monsoon, they should come. How much is involved? How did they intend financing this project? Because in a way, bet me about say because of this project, you know, one bet me increase some of the ABA taxes and now say duties. Be a
level crime. I cry by now making kind. I think say it was part of your headlines.
Yeah.
Near Kase, dom level cry to TB cry the amount for Sukwache. Say, so because of my sick be ankum. They will catch and pattern wins you.
You want to make the state, the institution is state institution. Into musica does not belong to the. It is for us.
The cathedral.
No,
and the Hajj village.
The Hajj, you know. If some based on
the saga of the cathedral, and then the yet to be built saga on the Hajj village.
We are expecting. In the first place, we don't agree. Say on Bekaso or minor sika enkom. They should come out to tell us how they are financing this one.
Exactly.
So that we can trust them. Then create the usual musika enko. I'm saying that's my take on it.
Because it was part of a year President Mahama campaign promise. But I bet our kind of one the source of funding to this particular Hajj village in Tiafin.
Airport for now.
Airport.
Yeah, and it will have baby I've left to I think some be your process now on be they won't come to the airport to do all this.
Yeah, it's true.
On baby
so I hope I rest house be
and
can you bad idea.
Check in, check out now will be done there.
Oh, okay.
The only thing that will be left will be the airlifting and until airport for the air just to reduce the pressure at the airport
and until the airport for one bem
some more finance
na airport nko betumi finance project we because na make us nko fa edifice na kwanto enya edifice kitwa airport for internally generated fund na airport for generated fund akon enya aban conference mu nego.
That is the until make us say the state institution no a state institution onye sika na ho ho and so come back to tell us in effect a state ni sika. So if you come to tell us a state ni sika, I don't seem to accept it. Because institution your mining institution nisika your mining sika or the choir just on mining sika near the eye. And don't you know they shouldn't try to deceive us or to match that. Now Ghanaians are wide awake with issues now. So they should come clear. Thank you.
All right, that's it. Prof.
Nice one. Okay, Mami Fiasi say
if you know the number of people who are strongly disagreeing with this project.
If you mpanimfo say say wo sika si di apem na wo yesu sreku mpa ye mfre na apem bio so esesa. Okay, nti me first eba me bu no machirem emre bi atwam na yese Ghana ohia wa ha poverty nti na ye fighting gidi uncoordinated. Where I say MTN for this for the aim is to elevate them from poverty. Now we have Feskawaha, including government agencies. And President Mills Bafu from and now setting up a certain project B under the then Women and Children Ministry, say common target mechanism. The common target is poverty, but it's being fought by several other angles. Will be also the way to hear say. And so, according to some, what happened was that and here now ohia I work place A no. Umenya support baku support in alcohol. Now other people are sinking further into poverty. Into ye targeted there and ye na ebeme our progress are ye dear to here say. And the first Ghana National Household Registration. But in fact, common target mechanism no make a team no applying I think in 2009 or 11 Mobako. I was one of the professionals on the team. I feel say Ghana no enye baako. Nientia a politics and selfish gain. Say be no bi be di abro so asen on man na friend Ghana no. Any politics in Tino. Ya na ehu say Ghana na enye baako emu acheche. Den na make sa say eye airport company na enti no yenye din enye problem. Problem. Airport company was sika bia. GNPC was sika bia. We was sika bi eni e kabo mu ne e friend Ghana sika no. Enti mesre say let us not keep doing the same mistakes. Me dey me cry the massive American just say yen si ana mem si ana say we sika ne ni sika o. Ba yen mo Ghana sika nyina no ne en friend sika Ghana sika. Let me say this. There are some projects running and due to transition, all the monies has been called back by Bank of Ghana. All the monies have been called back by Bank of Ghana. It just say, no matter the nature of the sikano, can Ghana sika Nama bisa say Ghana sika ye 100 million Ghana cedi. Uyi emu 50 di kusi haj a year. Ufu so that's 100 Ghana cedi bima 100,000 Ghana cedi the baby biana. Uni. It is a sadness yen who say GNPC sika ye Ghana sika, Ghana Airport Company sika ye Ghana sika, we sika Ghana sika, we sika Ghana sika, ni anchiche musa, ni ebu say Ghana sika bakwa. And ye na fe yaba prioritization of or minor near me here yen. Nanka Dr. Cash maybe say, if you were the president and you were prioritizing problems facing Ghanaians, Nasa sika boba kunuma na ukwako yaba. You think okay, one of your earliest or first priority will be to build a Hajj village? Fine, yeah, you can be a Hajj village. I can say, Sikane Swate no. Yaba next one, yeah, they are Hajj first so. Sika Krona Sika Krona, Eswate Kakra no. We are yeah, my job creation and other things mumako actually. Meanwhile, I thought Senka will prioritize it because some things will top the priority list. And so see and safely, yeah, find say a GMP Ghana Airport Company see no. Na Ghana Airport Company no dear. So was it Kabi, that's what the baby Juma Mabuna Yebia, and the H1. Because Metetio, and I'm going to say right from President Mills' pencil. And the idea of common target mechanism nearby, I think said ne President Mama be use common targeting formula ya. And Kabebua because GMPC was sika. E wo mu abese o makosi eyibi wa ha. No makosi we bi wa ha, no makosi we bi wa ha. Ye nka ho asem because no ye GMPC for sika. Hey. Na sa GMPC sika nyina no sabio one district one factory omu de so ba akumu kese pa de siwo. And do you get it? Let's set our priorities right now. It is only politics and selfish gain. Ubi ni ubenya di wo ho. And the bemo obi aka say GMPC die GMPC sika. Enti ade na mo frere na Dr. Kass wo frere no Ghana Airport Company sika. Why?
Ayo man sika.
Absolutely. Enti me say who you politics free. Eyi ni obi no kofi no go mogmonwa na ye. Uyi no to nchan ya. Sika bia no ma enye Ghana sika. Enti se agitum sa da momye moano. Ghana Airport Company in your plan. Mo for say na wo plan mu da say mbesi hard village.
Okay.
Na say mo prioritize Ghana here say
more pressure, more undergo dia.
More undergo dia.
I know there's a different thing to talk about.
Yes, different thing to talk about. But say a political promise. And na ifa Ghana sika ya ye ka ho asem kro ya ho a. And ye promises ni bi nso ne say na yɛsɛ mabunu ni adwuma yɛ pe bia moma yɛ me de na yɛ meka mabunu yɛ yi omadi ho asɛm na sɛ sɛbe GMPC wo sika bi betimi asi saa dan no a any at least nke mfa nkipi. I'm not saying say Hajj village na hu yan o see prioritize one more prioritize who say
project require project get well.
Oh send here the target unim nipa here call a Hajj
I'll say the edifice concludes a fully air conditioned pilgrims hall like a terminal to ensure comfort before departure. Charlie boy will be about feeling. Or say the pilgrims will check at the terminal building, after which they will be taken by a bus straight to the aircraft to board and depart. The facility will also have a modern ablution and prayer area, a mosque to facilitate spiritual preparation before the pilgrims leave. There will be a well-organized, comfortable accommodation to allow the pilgrims to rest peacefully before their flights are ready. It will also have a dedicated health facility, a modern clinic to provide medical care and screening before they depart. A market and catering facilities. And I'll say, in addition, there will be an immigration desk and check-in services to streamline travel procedures before they embark on their pilgrimage. President Mahama, in his remarks, announced that his pledge to reduce Hajj fare has been fulfilled, and the cost of Hajj was reduced from 75,000 to 62,000, savings of up to 13,000 Ghana cedis per pilgrim.
All right. Ni nyina ye na Ghana ha no na make us the way kwa fa so ye niema no. For example, ye ba beto aba no. Na manfo says about umia belidi, people who are doing religious politics no. Obeso so Islam nsem so be ma Islam I say if you cross say be ma Saudi Arabia for na ba be rule Ghana. I can imagine say Hajj village are priority first major project of this government. Hajj village. In fact, the first announcement of relief was the Hajj fair. and a major project out there so above from. The first program what do Mike ni no baako udum na we so ase udum no. Oh, first major project of Mampani dey aso above from. Hajj village near there. Can you imagine? I can me dream say we have police man for year about Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, especially one who accept you no more religious then one. Any anka Vice President Bawumia na kewini and the first major project here Hajj village there and Kebeka say yanka. And I'm going to search and find out how many of the Islamic states have Hajj village at their airports. So that we don't overemphasize this religious politics and then what is the difference between Christians going to Israel and Muslims going for Hajj in Mecca? What's the difference? So that if there is not much difference in a religious journey, fortunately, we are all starting our fasting around the same time. Muslims have started about 4 days or 2 days ago, and Christians are starting just on Wednesday. Do you get it? So we share the same faith, we subscribe to the same Almighty God and all those things. How many your friend is saying Islamic states say Islamic states nankasa how they say a secular state. How many Islamic states do have Hajj villages before Adia are taking priority as the president's first? Yes, you may be fulfilling your friends manifesto promises.
I think Saudi Arabia has one.
Saudi Arabia is not
any news.
In Saudi Arabia, where the Prophet Muhammad was born.
Saudi Arabia has one. As usual, Saudi Arabia
another level. Another level.
Saudi Arabia. So far, Saudi Arabia na mehu had here.
Yes. No, seriously.
Also, Saudi Arabia no.
I have lived in Turkey, where to them, Muslim is not simply a religion, but for them, Muslim is a culture.
Okay.
So then culture is a way of life. They see Islam as a way of life. They don't have a Hajj village. But when
Ofosu Kwacheka say Hajj village is a commercial facility.
People can rent it when Hajj is not in session. Okay. Anyway, until America say yeah. But when we prioritize our issues, see a Juma semono, push the court.
So we were told National Cathedral will also be a commercialized facility.
Mr. Ghana
it's an internet because later on catcher said Reverend Victor Kusi Boateng. He told us some of my environment now so conducive. Come on. Into apple and plant and I work Garden of Eden. You bring any
Charlie, me say
Inti apple waha.
No ma twab.
I be akesi the one who you afraid man better. Akesi.
No so the next so.
Next I akon.
Na nkofo pe na.
O he Bible no na apple no so pa the odro apple no good.
Enti no. Oh, enti ye politics ni free mu a. We can let these things go, but I think say minim say ye brene gusu aye kon budget be ban then the Juma Sem at the point in time we also take center stage. But me stress say agenda 111 be fan crofo adwumam. Eno so be hia sika kakra. Ye sika de koye we a ye mpe na Ghana airport company for so manya sika. De be ye no a agency ben na obenya sika boa me da ko wi agenda 111 nso bi. Agency ben no so mbe boa ye ma etimi akako wie one district one factory at least. Me there, one day if I ever become president, Anka, there are places where for some reason they cited some specific factories as some places. Ne ye bibintia. Tomato factory ne wo palugu ne ye bibintra.
Egu.
Ceramics factory ne wo micron bonsa. Na bonsa ties they are plantation why when was somebody awakening the dreams of our forefathers? When was somebody awakening some of these dreams? Because as in that's so you buy as you obian fire that's all udukra okokra who debris of the factory no ye jaima na ye one day some of these things will have to be prioritized by a certain president or a certain AD. Now, very populist. Then. Now, if my last comment on this matter is that Memo Bia and say Esno GNP Sika, and National Ghana Airport Company Sika, and National Wesika. What be a Biano? Number one, you are only doing politics, and number two, Nia Ubenye Dintia. And yes, I'm Mumia Mwabo and Nina, you both a Ghana Wesika. Yenya says Sikanwa, yen sharp list na ya manifesto moya list no.
Yeah.
Ni yenye prioritized ones no. Say Serbia neko Sweden, not just say, I mean, per the thinkers of, this one is topmost priority. Me just say 24 hour near Juma 7 day after economic forum near Adeno. And na sa hon common beba. But you will be a befa so you be solve your problems. Let's start from the jobs. Let's start from other ones that are also competitively urgent. Now, but I mean, you are not ruling.
Yeah.
Your whole ruling is say GMPC Fosika, IFS and Ghana Post Fosika no was sanctioned. Umufankusi Hajj Village. Then we just hope and pray. Maybe I mean, so the Ghana is coming home for Ghana is coming home. First of all, Ghana Airport Company Sika Ghana Fosika. Into Ghana Fosika and the you are helping a section of the population. Yeah. Yes, Muslims also. They also benefit from Ghana for. That's fine. But let us not create the impression that we are an exceptional project and can Ghana Sika home and Ghana ka NSA ka. Na yen share other state agencies in crisis and Musika Bia. Don't use it for your Ghana for you here. Juma then Naka say, would the Usika no? Oh, the year say. In the upper, David, I will be as a Ganyo Biasco, young Pinama Mumfa Musica and Yamopo. It is for the Republic of Ghana and we must use it to interest the Republic of Ghana.
All right, okay. Doc, final comment. Nah.
My final comment.
May your birthday wishes kakra na yanko. And Monday.
My final comment the National Economic Forum or Master Tino and we wish them the best. Because I'm watching I used to know a honor we are hoping say Nyoma Koya Ebeboa. And you know, Yan Pesebe as usual, ya free a quack or no muti na will be a quantity baby. We are hoping say the tini de on Benum, tini de on Benum, Munum tini in every Munum tini in every year, in Susia Bebano. We are hoping say they won't shelve it now on be implemented. Now a honor may know at least. Yes, we be near leave it, na kakra be dear botoma. Yet you may be ashe, Yabushia for
necessary pa.
I would hear pa.
Because the pan said, Juman, I ready. The pan said, Juman, I ready now, man, for Bay. I general one, so me bomb pie, so me completing in term.
They have to.
I will be giving much pressure because a very reduced unemployment rate.
Sure.
And the necessary and I can say being coffee and a bit to fear crab is in the cry.
Oh, say 2020 batch in their form. Until 21,
yeah.
22, 23.
A bit to fear, Prof. A bit to fear or some questions.
It's astonishing that President Mahama is prioritizing fruitless and wasteful Hajj Village project. No, seriously, Nyameka Nyana me who yet.
Sir. Oh, my goodness, so.
Nyameka Nyana me who seriously. No, it is. Would the A+ crowd here or say he strongly disagree with whatever, but it's astonishing that he's prioritizing this. And I use the word priority carefully. I never knew a opening level.
All right. Okay.
Ya ba bemu. And near Mapa, your campaign was Wakesi no. Look at the Nadanko Akufo-Addo by this time, 2017. Not the topmost commitment was to make sure free SHS is implemented. Because offset all the campaign messages and carried the highest weight.
So what is the topmost commitment here?
24-hour economy.
24-hour economy.
Yes.
That is why the National Economic Dialogue Nashas here.
In America, Ghana is canny yemua. Before a baby economic yabano, more you be the acquiesce, more you be the essay. You are spending on the less prioritized ones. I said, number of catches says, I can't
be a tompa. So waiting black man don't do.
Well, and to be the Vimono, Kiamwa Baganes Kenyano, near finding massive 24-hour economy and get all our youth into work. After that was the central part
and
of the campaign.
Crap within the economic dialogue, no. omo wie bibia nom the budget ne ba me ade ba kwa me obi kan me na kuna do atifie nwinwen sa ne oma ne oma de ohu an se de otwan hu an se nyoma ekoso this 1D1F
yes
sero mampanyi and mon hwen kele the agenda of the 1D1F and yes dia he will be a failure.
Dr. Kashe yegusua yenya sika ye hard village yes asemi adechi ade san nyina petrol bonso woso na e woso ne ho yegusua yenya sika de den some of the basic things that were still worries are still ongoing.
Mama mpanyi
dollar no gusua woso ne ho
yes na mom say why busy why serious no kire mama fan be kasa say busy why na busy for nothing.
Esika krona anti mu me resa na ebe use no. I like how Dom Level put it. Esika krona made there for me. First things first.
Thank you very much.
Don't you cry.
Ose
musika na musika nyo musika. Sana GMPC musika nyo musika. I don't know why. Ni na ga na sika mu famra na enfanya.
Explanation na ofuzuku chairman on tasum. Madam I say.
We know we shall win. We know we survive.
All right, okay, Miss Sorry Sui. Exactly 6 minutes to the hour 6 p.m.
Time of destruction.
Me for happy birthday wish we Emma. Chairman General Abu Fusaini, aka Master Abu.
All of the mountain tops.
NDC Chairman Ewa Hafuano Southeast. And then Ewa Wuda. A birthday wish coming from Ebenezer. Ebenezer, so I'm happy birthday, Chairman. We so enkoma efia papabi. And then Ewa Wuda. The Almighty God bless you. Bibi Adon Sabeka Bia Sunyen Shira. I mean to the Nimfanchira. Maybe I'll be do a brabombi, I'll be pimbi and Adum Ninti Pimfem. Yamisha, quantin tenso.
We know.
First, you can't count. I'm a brabonia fefefenya, the dead said Yahusify Feno. Happy birthday to you, Efia Papa B. A birthday wish coming from DJ Couscous. Also, I'm happy birthday. We should come Eura Ama Preska. And now I would a happy birthday to you, Rama. I'm a man who by Ninebe Penimpa. May the Lord answer all your secret prayers. A birthday wish coming from your true brother, Akwesi Iverson, aka Inside. Also, I'm happy birthday. We so enkoma Ura Francis Asari. And then I would a happy birthday to you, Ura Francis Asari. Yami Shrao. Ontum Kwandam. No Mosika, ne defili. Why? Birthday wish we free while nearby our sister Martha, our book room. Also, I'm happy birthday. Music in the background by Crumbs Morgan. With the track entitled Wash the Tears. Meeting the cash, the producers Bomechi Dom. Exactly 4 minutes to the hour 6. Media C. I had a Dwabrem Jumadi and Bessin. Yami had much now. We are coming.